Welcome to the 2025 Aultman Health Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week from 1480 WHBC Sports. Let's head to the booth.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Thom Benson Stadium, where today it's the greatest tradition in high school football. It's the 136th meeting between the Massillon Tigers and the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Frank Cilona alongside Hall of Fame coach Thom McDaniels, all set to bring this one to you this afternoon. And, Coach, this ball game is a game that obviously you've had a big history and a big part of, but when it comes down to it, it's not only for the communities, it's not only for the fans, it's certainly for the players, and there's so much more involved.
So much more. During the week prior to the game, you know, there's a Rotary luncheon, and coaches and a couple of players, maybe the captains from each team, are asked to attend, and the coaches speak. And then the Kiwanians, do the same thing. There's an FCA breakfast where complete teams are eating breakfast together, probably at separate tables. The two head coaches are at the head table, and again, they're asked to speak. In Canton, we had a bonfire, the night before the game, and a big pep rally. Had a big pep rally in school on Friday. So there are many distractions in they're not necessarily identical in Massillon, but they're the equal of.
Yeah.
But those distractions have to be managed, and I always told our kids, we're not responsible for the success of the bonfire. We're not responsible for the success of the FCA breakfast. We're responsible for what happens at 2 o'clock here. We'll participate, we'll attend, we'll cooperate, but our focus needs to be on Saturday afternoon.
Our broadcast today brought to you by the fine folks at Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. We want to thank them for their sponsorship all season long. And, Coach, as we look at maybe a little bit of the X's and O's, if you will, of this game, first of all, let's start with the Massillon Tigers. They have played an incredible schedule this year, which included, as some people may or may not like, a lot of teams from out of state. They played some teams from, New Jersey and Canada and Texas, and so that was one of the things that coming into this game, and I think coming into this season, I think that Coach Nate Moore really wanted to do is kind of expand, because they are independent. They don't play in the league, so they've got to get some teams in here that they obviously can they can play. But for the Massillon Tigers, 6-3, kind of uncharacteristic for them. They're usually, 8-1, at this point, 9-0 sometimes. But they've played that tougher competition. They've got some players. One of the players today, Xavier Owens, we don't know if he's going to play. Didn't play last week, injured. Most likely in a game like this, he's going to get out there and play. The Massillon defense has been talked about to some extent, where there might be one of the best defenses that we've seen in a long time. Nate Moore has this team, as he does every year, very prepared to play, and but it's a different atmosphere, if you will, because they didn't play any really local teams, if you will.
Correct. We're not familiar with those out-of-state guys, so it's hard for us to gauge, just how good those guys were when they came here to Massillon to play. This is Massillon's first road game of the season, by the way.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big guy on comparing schedules and so on and so forth, because if both teams played the same 9 teams, then we could compare outcomes and it would be more meaningful and maybe point us in one direction or the other. But I think the 6-3 record might belie the real quality of that football team, because if you come in here to Massillon and beat them at home, that's a significant achievement. Right. Well, 3 people have done it.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely. The other side of it is the McKinley Bulldogs, a team you're familiar with, have been familiar with for many years. You've been here, you've coached here, you've had 2 boys play here. It's a team that, under a new head coach, Renzi Parnell, first-year coach this year, has done a fantastic job. The Bulldogs 8-1 right now going into this ball game, and their loss was to an out-of-state team, a team from New Jersey that we saw play here earlier in the season. This is a team that a lot of folks are saying much better discipline, maybe some better athletes. When Coach Parnell came down from Hoban, a couple of those players came with him. This is a team that maybe he has put together that for the first time in several years can compete and possibly win this game between them and Massillon.
Well, I think it's significant for a first-year head coach at McKinley to be 8-1. Terry Forbes was in 1980. I was in 1982, and then we played the 10th game, and I finished 8-2. But Renzi's done a great job of assembling a staff of a bunch of guys and quality coaches that he has familiarity with, even family members, with some people who have some Stark County experience or Kent McKinley experience. I think he's got two good running backs. I like his wideouts, and I like the quarterback an awful lot. Yeah. And he's got a quality kicker punter, and I can't always say that we had that every year that I was at McKinley. So he has a lot of the key ingredients, and he's done a nice job of managing their success and getting them to this point in time.
Yeah, sounds great, and we're excited about bringing this one to you. I had a chance to sit down with both coaches this week. Coach Renzi Parnell from the McKinley Bulldogs, Nate Moore from the Massillon Tigers. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from both of those coaches. Stick around.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference. Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Here in North Canton, life takes us all kinds of places. From cheering under the Friday night lights, to a Saturday at the Hall of Fame, to a family trip to the apple orchards. Here at Toyota of North Canton, we have the perfect vehicle to get you there. Right now, get the 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for 2.99% APR, including our exclusive lifetime warranty. ToyotaofNorthCanton.com. No matter where you're going, we'll take you there. And we're closer than you think.
Welcome back, and talking now with the head coach of the Massillon Tigers, Nate Moore. And Coach, first of all, congratulations. Another great season for you guys. I know the competition's been really a hectic schedule for you guys this year, and you brought in some teams that I think a lot of schools would have stayed away from, but you guys, you never backed down from anybody, and I applaud you for that. And now it's week 10. It's that second season. I think when you and I talked a while ago, you had mentioned that to me. I never forgot that. And it's the regular season, the McKinley Massillon week, and then the playoffs, and that's always stuck with me. This is your 11th Massillon McKinley game, and how has your perspective on the rivalry evolved over the years?
Well, I mean, I don't think you could help but have more and more respect for the rivalry the more you're in it. I think that's probably a natural progression. And I think, going into it, you think you do. But, until you've been through it, you don't really even know what it is. And, being through so many battles in that game, I think it's inevitable that brings a deeper level of understanding and respect for the rivalry and respect for our rivals as well.
You guys have won 9 out of 10. That's kind of unheard of, really, when you talk about rivalries. But what's been the key to your program's consistency throughout this rivalry?
I mean, every year is different. So, I understand how people view those things, but we don't view it like that. Our only concern right now is this year and this game and this football team. And, anything that's happened in the past, especially previous years, there's very little impact on what is actually going on right now.
What, though, makes this game more unique than some of the other games on your schedule?
I mean, it'd be hard to answer the question, what doesn't make it unique, right? I mean, everything is different. The whole week is full of fanfare and pageantry and, activities, celebrations. And so the whole week is just incredibly different from a typical week.
How do you keep your team balanced, though, with all the excitement of rivalry week and keep the players focused on really just execution and fundamentals?
Yeah, I mean, so like everything we do is in preparation for this week, right? Like, and I don't know how other people do it, but I don't understand how you would try to do that week, right? It has to be something that you're preparing for all the time, right? So, our preparation for this game didn't start on Sunday. It didn't start this season, right? It started January 4th, our first time in the weight room. The first time this team was together is when our preparation for this game starts.
What stands out to you? And I know you guys have probably watched so much film and you've had discussions and things. What stands out to you the most about this McKinley team under Coach Renzi Parnell?
I mean, I think they're very well coached. I think their offense has done a great job over the course of the year. They're it's obvious that the kids know what they're doing, and their offensive line comes off the ball. And, they got a bunch of talented guys. Quarterback's a good player. Very talented young running back. Lots of speed on the outside at receivers. Good players, catch the ball really well. So, very balanced offense that executes at a high level. So they're good on the offensive side of the ball, and really good on defense too. Right, and it's a 4-down look. Mostly one high defense, and which is what you would expect from Coach Parnell, and they're playing at a very high level too, and they've got a lot of really good players, a lot of physicality, and it's going to be quite a challenge for us on Saturday.
On Saturday, what's important for your team to do early, kind of to set the tempo or anything like that? I mean, do you try to take the crowd out of it, or is it just business as usual for you guys, or what do you do early to kind of set the pace?
I mean, we're looking to score points and not give up any points, right? I mean, all the other stuff, I don't know if other people they approach things like that, but we want to gain yards, we want to limit yards, we want to score points, we want to limit points, and which means playing really, really good, sound, fundamental football, and making the plays that need to be made when they present themselves, and being great teammates and handling adversity, and being at your best in the biggest moments, like all those things, right, is what we're trying to do, right? We're not like we don't go into this game and okay, now we're going to change some things up, right? And I don't know how other people do it, and maybe other people have success doing that, but I think in big games like this, right, when everybody's energy levels are going to be high, and anxiety is high, and nervousness is high, and those types of things is you need to be able to go out and execute. And so I think sticking to the fundamentals and the basics, I think, is the way to go.
Who are going to be some of your emotional, your vocal guys in the locker room, or maybe even this week, that's going to get this team fired up? Is there going to be a couple kids that are going to do that for you?
I think if we have to rely on something like that, we have a problem. I would hope that, in our locker room on Saturday, everybody's incredibly focused. Everybody is thinking about their preparation, reviewing their game plans, their checks, reviewing some film, getting with their coaches, and their teammates that are, playing positions in proximity to them. And I hope we have a very, very focused, intense locker room.
Mm-hmm. Last question for you. You've built a culture here at Massillon of really toughness and discipline, and well coached, with your staff and everybody. What's the one message that you want your team to carry with them onto the field on Saturday against McKinley?
I mean, I want them to go out and play with confidence, right? And confidence only comes through preparation, right? You can't, like, that's not a it's not what you see on, like, NFL films when they put together their cut-ups. You see guys running around and yelling and whatnot, and like I said, I don't know how other people do it and whatever, and if you're some super freak athlete, maybe you can do that and play at a high level, but I think true confidence comes through preparation. And so our preparation this week has to be really, really good, and it has to build off of the preparation that we've had since we've started.
Yeah.
Right. And so I hope when we take the field, we're a very confident football team, and it's real confidence.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thank you for your time. Really do appreciate it. Good luck to you and your team on Saturday. It'll be a fun game to watch.
Yes, it will.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable in the temperature you like it.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns. Proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Welcome back. We're talking now with the head football coach of the McKinley Bulldogs, Renzi Parnell. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations on a great season, Federal League champs, and got your team playing very well right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to get into this Massillon-McKinley, McKinley-Massillon week. It depends on where you're at, how you say it. But for you personally, as the first-time head coach here at McKinley, what does it mean to you personally?
It's truly a blessing to be a part of such a great rivalry. I grew up in Northeast Ohio, Akron, Ohio, so we always heard of it and just knew that it was one of the biggest games, not just in town, but one of the biggest games in the country. So,
How do you prepare your kids mentally, I guess, for the intensity of this matchup? Because it's different than any regular season game.
yeah, absolutely is. But that's part of coaching, right? You got to learn how to handle those type of games. Coaches all over the country, that's part of what we do is handling emotions and handling pressure situations. So I enjoy it, and it's a challenge.
What will your message be to your players this week? I mean, as there's a lot of distractions, as you know.
Yeah.
There's things leading up to Saturday. What will be your message to your players?
I always tell them that there's a lot of things that go on, and all those other things are for the community and the alumni and the student body and everyone else. But the actual game is for them.
Yeah.
And so we preach that. They understand that. Everyone else doesn't get to play in the game, but you get to play in the game. So that's my message to them, and they get it, so they can focus on keeping the main thing is what we say.
What will be some of the key matchups for you guys on Saturday that you will have to focus on this week for practice?
By matchups, you mean personnel? I mean, the game. It's more about the game. It's more about when I think about the matchups, it's more about teams, right? Special teams versus their special teams. Our offense versus their defense. Our defense versus their offense. Who wins the turnover battle? That's kind of what I think about when you say matchups, not necessarily, person or player.
Massillon has had a very strong defense this year. Looking at some of them, what are some of the things adjustments that you'll make offensively for that?
Well, we hope that we play well up against their defense. Their defense is very fast. They have some big-time players over there that we got to go against. So for us, it's just being able to execute the game plan, and that's the biggest thing is us being able to execute our game plan and play hard.
Not to try to steal any secrets, because by the time this airs, it'll be right before the game. But what style or tempo will you kind of come out with during that game?
Oh, it'll be multiple. That's a tough question. It'll be multiple. We kind of go as we go. You know what I mean? We've been changing all season, so you never know, right? So we'll adapt to what the game is calling for and go from there.
Who have been some of your vocal leaders on this team? I know that throughout the year you've had some guys step up, but who will take the lead maybe in the locker room before the game, or maybe when you're down on the field? Who's going to be that person, or 2 or 3 people maybe?
We've got several people. I mean, I got a great senior class. My quarterback is included in that class, and he does a good job vocally of leading the offense and leading the team in general. Dietrich Daniels on defense is a captain along with Trent Hayden. He does a great job vocally leading the team. And then we got several players who lead by actions as well. So,
how do you think the seniors will react, kind of taking up this responsibility of this being their last regular season game? What kind of emotions will go?
I don't think it's hit them yet, but that's always a special moment, right? And I always tell them, like, it's nothing like high school football, right? So some of them got plans to go on and play at the college level or different levels, but high school football is the best. It never gets any better than that. So it'll be special for them.
McKinley Massillon isn't just a game; it's a community event.
Yeah.
What's your impression of how the city embraces what's going on?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. Like to see the whole community support you, and there's multiple festivities around that show that they support us. It's pretty cool to be a part of.
Have you talked to any former McKinley players and coaches maybe to ask them about what goes on this week, and not how you should respond, but what to expect maybe?
I didn't have to ask them. Some of them are my friends, right? You know what I mean? So I got a lot of friends that played here in the rivalry. And they tell me, they give me insight on what it is, how it is, and I'm used to that type of thing, so it'll be good.
What would a win in your first McKinley Massillon game mean for you in the program moving forward?
Yeah, it'd be great, right? You always look for a win no matter what. So a win would be awesome. It'd be a good way for us to go into the playoffs, to be honest with you. So got to look to get it done.
Last question for you. If you could describe your team's identity in one word, maybe 2 words, heading into Saturday, what would it be and why?
When people used to ask me that question before the season started, what do you want your team to be? I always say fast and physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as the season has came and like this is the last game, I say I'd have to add resilient to that because these guys keep fighting. They play for 4 quarters. They've been in moments when teams have come back on us or when we had to try to scratch and claw for a win, and they do that. So super proud of them.
All right, Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck on Saturday, and we look forward to bringing everyone that ball game between you and the Tigers.
I appreciate it. Go Pups.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
2 communities, 2 legacies, shaped by generations that knew that every yard, every point, and every play mattered.
The offense, Schaefer. Benson, 40, will let the picture tell the story. Can they catch him? They got an angle on him. They didn't get him. Bye-bye, Benson. Ryan Benson.
Longwell wants to throw. Looks downfield for Ballard. Ballard caught it! And Ballard is gone!
Canton, Massillon. Generations have carried the torch. Hundreds of players, hundreds of heroes.
Goes to the outside, he's the 30, the 40, the 45, the midfield stripe. He is away to the touchdown. He goes all the way for the score.
And that is Duss up the middle. They'll never catch him. Mike Duss.
No flag.
73 yards.
Thomas still on his feet. Breaks free. He's got some blockers. 30, 20, 10, and touchdown Massillon.
And now, a new generation steps onto the field. The War of 1894 renews itself. The rivalry continues. Are you ready? Canton is. Massillon is. More than a game, this is legacy.
BMW of North Canton is your BMW premier headquarters. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned BMWs with exclusive offers, quick and easy service, and a team that's here for you. Right now, lease the 2026 BMW X3 30 xDrive for $599 per month. Come in and ask about our BMW Ultimate Care oil services. Find your ultimate driving machine today on the north end of Whipple Avenue in North Canton. Visit bmwofnorthcanton.com. We're closer than you think and have everything you need.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed Mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Bento. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
Welcome, everybody, to Thom Benson Stadium here in Canton, Ohio. Today, it is the 136th meeting between the Massillon Tigers and the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Frank Cilona alongside Tom McDaniels, John Bozeka, our sideline reporter, Bob Jeffries, our statistician here, and the entire Claxon communication crew bringing this one to you. It is our WHBC YouTube Game of the Week presented by Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. So glad you're with us. We've got a great one for you today, the greatest rivalry in high school football history. And guys, first of all, you just can't say enough about this rivalry. The War of 1894, they call it. It's one of the greatest, spectacles, if you will, in high school sports. And Coach McDaniels, you've been a big part of this over the years. And what does it mean to you?
Oh, it's a privilege. It's an honor to be part of this game, to be part of either team. 136 years so far. This would be the 137th, if I got that right. Somebody else has got to tell me a school who's competed against an opponent that many times. I don't know. We don't want to believe that there's anybody else in America that's done that, but I don't know who's done the math on that or the history on that. But no, great privilege, great honor to be part of the game.
All right, let's bring in the third member of our group, John Bozeka, down on the field. John, real quick, how's things down there?
Yeah, great atmosphere down here, guys. So excited for number 136 of the rivalry. Guys, a little bit of history on the line today. Last time that Massillon had a 9-game winning streak, you have to go back from 1957 to 1965. That was when Lee Trussell, Leo Strang, and also Earl Bruce was the coach of Massillon. Ron Chismar ended that 9-game winning streak for McKinley in 1966. Bulldogs have that on the line today for first-year head coach Renzi Parnell.
All right, John, thank you so much. We are underway. Mankowski's kick is going to be taken at about the 10-yard line. A fake reverse and brought down immediately after a short return. That was Christian Kohler for the Massillon Tigers. McKinley did win the toss to deferred, so Massillon will go on offense first.
Massillon's decision to do that tells me that they saw something that they might be able to take advantage of. They're fine with the field position they have based on how deeply the ball was kicked, but I don't think it worked quite as well as they thought it would have.
All righty, we'll take a look here at that Massillon offense when we get a minute. Their quarterback, Manny Patterson. Manuel Patterson is the quarterback, number 10, and he will turn, hand it off. That's Xavier Owens. Xavier with a big hole, 30, 35, and then brought down at about the 38-yard line. And we didn't know if Xavier was going to play coming into this ball game, but he gets the first snap and takes it a nice chunk of yardage right there.
Yeah, he opens with an explosive play. And one of the things that I wondered about is which team today was going to have the most explosive plays. There's one in a row for Massillon.
Frank, just real quick on Xavier. Xavier will try to gut it out, obviously, today. He has a shoulder brace on his injured shoulder.
All righty. And we've got motion there on the Tigers. And when we get a chance here, let's take a look at that Massillon Tiger offense. Across the front is Garner, Elliott, Floyd, Sergo, Blakely, and the tight end is Logan Aultman. See the quarterback there, Patterson, the running back, Owens, the fullback, McMullen, and Hains. You'll see them in there as well. And the receiving corps, Jackson, Thigpen, and Malone. We did tell you that Aultman is the tight end. Here is a handoff. Owens again, and Owens gets about 3 yards here. And he's marked down at about the 36-yard line.
Massillon employs an H-back, which is a hybrid tight end fullback. William Hains, number 34, happens to be in at that position at this particular time. He's set left now. Where he is in the run game, the ball often goes. He takes us to the ball often.
All right, we'll set that McKinley defense for you here in a minute. Patterson looking at the sideline, getting the play here. He's got receivers on both sides, back to throw. Long pass, right side, and that one is caught, but there's a penalty flag down as well. It could be defensive pass interference. So either way, the Tigers are going to have the football in pretty good field position.
If it's a catch, it's a great catch. He had that
there
defender draped all around him and on him.
So we'll wait for the call here.
Well, if it's a catch, they get a bigger.
Yep. There's that McKinley defense for you. Hinkle, Dawkins, and Daniels across the front. Stevens, Brooks, Mitchell, Brown, the linebackers. Crook, Davis, Robinson, and McClellan in the back defensive backfield. And they're going to say that was a catch, correct?
Yeah,
yes,
I
sir.
thought it bounced.
All righty. I did too for a
catch.
minute there.
Well, if it was pass interference, they wouldn't have the ball there, would they?
No, it'd be only 15. There is a Wildcat formation. That is Owens with the run, and he gets about 5 yards.
Got another flag.
Got a flag down, yep.
Hold.
4 plays and 3 flags.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen all
Didn't we
day.
see that a couple years ago?
Yeah, don't want that to happen all day.
Going to be a hold now against the Massillon Tigers. That'll send them back. Opening drive here from Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. The 136th meeting between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. All started in 1894. Canton winning that game 16-6. And, Coach, we saw a sign that was at Pastime Park here in Canton. I don't know where that is, but I don't know if John Bozeka might know. If you know, John, jump in there.
Well, I know that the first game at Massillon at Russell Park was in front of 200 fans paying 15 cents a ticket. I do know that.
It went up a little bit.
It did. Inflation kind of hit the game.
So that moves the Tigers back to the 35-yard line. And Patterson is back in at quarterback here. Has Owens to his right.
Checking the sideline for
Hains is in there at that.
For the play call.
Fullback U position, they call it. There is a handoff on the end around. And a great defensive play coming up and making the stop for the Pups. Number 22 on that defense, that's Dwayne Robinson. And he read that very well.
Well done by that young man. That's that jet sweep that we've seen all season long. And that version of it is giving the ball to the wide out as he comes in motion. And he's at full speed when he accepts the ball from the quarterback at the time and hoping to get to the corner. He couldn't clear the corner.
Deontay Malone was the ball carrier that time. Brings up 22-yard deficit here on second down. That one incomplete. So big third down play here for McKinley. Their defense out on the field first here in this opening drive.
Giorgio Jackson, number 21, was the intended target. And McKinley's corner was playing off coverage. it was an inaccurate throw because he had a chance to make a catch underneath the coverage of the defender, but the throw was inaccurate.
5 receivers now in the pattern. In motion goes Owens. Here's a throw out to Malone. Malone breaks the tackle, still on his feet at the 27 and brought down at around the 26-yard line, so they're going to be well short of the first down. So Massillon has a decision here at the 25-yard line, or 26-yard line of McKinley. They're going to go for it. No hesitation here. Be 4th down and 11 here for the Tigers.
Most of that gain was done by the young man who caught the ball. Didn't have great blocking, but he had a good gain because of his effort.
And Massillon now going to take a timeout to think about it. Hey, we want to thank everybody. The food fight is over. A huge thank you to our food fight participants: Massillon, McKinley, Jackson, Hoover, Central Catholic, St. Thomas, and our sponsor, of course, Fulton Drugs and Medicap Pharmacies. And that's always a great cause, and we do appreciate all the support from not only the schools but our sponsors as well.
Hey, Frank, I was going to say, big 4th down coming up here for the Tigers. This year on 4th down, they're 7 for 14, converting the times that they have gone for it in these situations for Coach Nate Moore.
About 50%.
That's good on 4th down. And we can probably assume that a lot of those 4th downs that they converted were shorter than the necessary 11 yards in this case.
It's surprising, Coach, though, how many times in today's game teams are going for it on 4th down. I mean, back in the 90s, teams were going for it maybe, once or twice a year on 4th down?
Yeah.
Well, that I have an answer for you, or a response for you. I'll give you after this play.
All right, trips on the near side for the Tigers, and they were moving, but no flag. Patterson throws. That one is caught at the 10-yard line and knocked out of bounds. With the reception is Thigpen, but let's see what the flag is about. It's going to be a holding against the Tigers. Not only did they hold, Coach, I think they were moving before the play. Look at Owen here as he starts moving forward on that replay. So it will be marked off against the Tigers, and it'll go all the way back to the 36-yard line. So now it'll bring up 4th down and 21, I believe it is.
Can I make that comment
Sure.
now?
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
I think back in the day, people were more conscious and aware of field position football. Does that make sense to you? And I don't think that they are as much this day, in modern day. They're going to go for it when back in the day we would have punted.
Hains in the punt now for the Tigers. This one is the wobbly kick, going to hit at about the 12-yard line, roll into the end zone for a touchback. So McKinley will have it at their own 20 to start here on their first drive. I did mention about the food fight. The announcement of this year's food fight winner between McKinley and Massillon coming up in the first time out of the second quarter, so stay tuned for that. We'll let you know who that winner is.
Got a marker down on the field, Frank. Appears as though they're saying maybe a case of unsportsmanlike. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy. Well, you don't want to start your first drive half the distance to the goal.
Post possession. Post kick. Okay, so McKinley keeps the ball.
They do, yep. It'll be at the 10-yard line is where they'll start this drive instead of the 20. So the Bulldogs coming out on offense for the first time here in this rivalry. And we'll take a look at their offense. Their quarterback, Trent Hayden, will lead them out. See Owens, Jamerson, Hinkle, Hayes, and Quincy across the front. Hayden, we talked about. Davis and West are the running backs. Lee, Britt, Hill, and Kelly. We'll be hearing those names quite often here this afternoon. Here is a handoff to West, and West not getting much there as he may have lost a half a yard. As Kylan West, who coming into this ball game, 177 carries, 1,068 yards for the sophomore, 10 touchdowns on the season.
That's a good year
That's
for
impressive.
a running back. Trent Hayden has had a good year for a quarterback. 122 completions and 191 attempts, 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns.
Yeah. Our quarterback in last night's ball game, Mikey Ritterbeck, went over 2,000 for the season with his performance last night. There is a pitch, and not much there. Right at the 10-yard line, Kylan West goes down again.
That's the modern-day toss sweep, student body right.
There's that Tigers defense for you. Neal, Carter, Dosus are the frontmen. The linebackers, Culler, Hill, Williams, and Maxheimer. And the DBs, Malone, White, Gamble, and Williams. This Massillon defense is quick. They get to the football. They will hit you. Might be the best part of this Massillon team this year. Here's a throw. Not much. Great job for that Massillon defense.
Fumble.
Getting in there.
Well
they
done.
fumbled it and picked it up at the 4-yard line. DJ Britt was the receiver there. Flag. I'm sorry, that's not a flag. That's the ball marker.
Guys, recovery, Trayon Williams on the field was the one who fell on the football down on the 4-yard line.
And Williams and Gamble and all those guys were right there to make the stop. They weren't fooling anybody. And now the Bulldogs with their backs up against the wall as the offense has turned over the ball. And Massillon with an opportunity here with 6:47 to go in the first quarter.
New quarterback as well, Rasmus Hains into the game now.
Yes, sir. There is a handoff to Owens, and Owens wastes no time, takes it 4 yards for the touchdown, and the Massillon Tigers strike first. 6-0 with 6:44 to go here in quarter number one. Helmet on helmet there, Coach. Just good blocking up front.
Yep, looked like man-on-man blocking. Tigers got movement, dominated the line of scrimmage on that play, and he walked in the end zone.
Mateo Herrera here for the extra point for the Tigers. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 6:44 to go here in quarter number one, the Massillon Tigers strike first. It's Massillon 7 and the McKinley Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back after these timeouts.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
We'll see if that holds up.
Here we go. Back here at Thom Benson, the Massillon Tigers strike first. And Mateo Herrera will tee it up, kick it off. I think Massillon was offsides, but no flag. And taken at the 7-yard line and all the way out to about the 17. And that's where the McKinley Bulldogs will start their first or second drive of the ball game. And, Coach, you have that scoring drive for us, brought to you by Freshmark in Sugardale.
Yeah, following McKinley's fumble deep in their own territory, this was a drive of one play, taking 3 seconds. Total yards covered was 4. 4-yard TD run by Xavier Owens. Extra point by Mateo Herrera is good, and Massillon has the early lead, 7-0 with 6:37 left in the first quarter.
We'll get back to that fumble here in a minute, Coach. I want to pick your brain a little bit about that. There is a fake handoff, and now a throw down the left side. Has a receiver and knocked away at the last minute. Great defensive play there by Deontay Malone. And he was one-on-one coverage there, and he was able to knock it away. Going back to that fumble there, Coach, that bubble screen or however you want to call it nowadays, we've seen it all season long. And I know that you've got some thoughts on that. Feast or famine usually when that happens.
It's either one or the other, as it seems to me, but without actually charting every single one we've seen this year. But they either get a good game chunk play out of it or a negative play.
There's a high snap, nowhere to go with it. And, wow, they make something out of nothing that time, do the Bulldogs. And getting a little feisty down there. That was Braylon Crook, who had come in.
A little wildcat look, perhaps, with Braylon.
But it was high snap. Threw everything off.
We talked about that in pregame. Which long snapper is or are the long snappers going to be perfect in their long snaps during the course of this day? That's an issue if you're in the gun and punting and place kicking and so on. And there was the first of hopefully not many, but the first bad snap of the game.
I beg your pardon. That was Darius Hill at quarterback. Here is Hayden back in, and that is complete to Darius Hill. And now a flag goes down. Little jawing afterwards, and Malone made a nice play there, but got up and may have said something, and his teammates aren't happy about it.
Coach, I don't know what your thoughts are on this, and I'm curious to hear. Massillon is uber aggressive on the hip of every McKinley wide receiver on a route. They are not afraid to be right up on them and potentially even have pass interference be an option.
That was a contested catch, which requires good coverage. They had good coverage on the long ball attempt just a few minutes ago that it was knocked away. So I concur with you. Massillon is pressing on one side, maybe playing off coverage on the other, but there's not much separation between the DBs and the receivers for McKinley at this point in the game.
First down now for the Bulldogs as they have it at their own 45-yard line, the tip of the football right at the line. Hayden at that is Hill again at quarterback, going to do a little wildcat action, has it, 50-yard line. And inside the 50 to the 49-yard line, flags come down, and both referees and back judge look at each other and say holding.
Either they saw one guy do it or they saw two different guys do it because the flags came out simultaneously.
Yeah. They were both nodding in agreement that they both had the same call, but it's going to negate a nice little chunk of yardage there from Hill.
Keep an eye on that formation, too, guys. If you notice, Trent Hayden actually lined up as a slot wide receiver on that route. Not sure if that's setting up something for later in the game to have him come on an end around with a double pass or something.
When I did that, we just had to put the quarterback somewhere else, because he wasn't behind the center. If that was Mario Manningham doing wildcat football, we would do that. But we kept the quarterback in the game.
Hayden going to go under center this time. Going to turn, fake it. And he's got a receiver and caught at the 49-yard line and tripped up at the 45. A nice catch there by DJ Britt. And close to the first down.
Great separation by DJ Britt on that play. He was open by 10 yards.
And a great timing pattern because Hayden threw that ball way before Britt made his move.
And he got hit upon the release.
See there, caught it 46 and knocked down at the 45. Should be enough, and it is it is short of the first down. Yep. And here is a handoff, and picking up the first down is West, and West takes it to about the 42-yard line of the Massillon Tigers. Looks like, Coach, right now McKinley's starting to get a little bit of rhythm going.
Well, I think they're doing different things. We've seen Wildcat perhaps with one or two different people in the Wildcat situation. We've seen them in the gun. But But I think they're trying to find something to start him, and that chunk play on that completion might be the play that does it.
All right, 2 receivers on the far side. Another high snap. Oh, my goodness. And Hayden has to fall on it at midfield. And, Coach, this is week 10. You just cannot have that. That's 3 or 4 times already here in this first quarter. And we're not even – we still have 3-4 minutes left almost.
I'm counting 2.
2?
Or am I wrong?
Well, there was 1 to Hill and 2, I think, to Hayden for sure.
Okay. I'll keep track. We got him for 3. That's something I wondered about prior to the game start.
2nd down and 18 now after the loss. Hayden going to go shotgun. Massillon defense looking like they see something. Here comes a blitz from the outside, picked up. Here's a throw and overthrown and picked off. Chase White with the interception for the Massillon Tigers. And they saw something, Coach. You can see the defense motioning and pointing different ways.
Little
but
push
that was
off.
just he pushed off for sure.
Little push off, not called.
Yeah, Renzi Parnell in the ear of the official on the near sideline, guys, having a very spirited debate, making that motion to Coach as if he was saying he pushed off.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah,
he's justified.
Turnover number 2 for the Tigers, or for the Bulldogs, I should say. The Tigers now have it 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. 3:13 to go here, first quarter. There's Owens. Boy, he breaks tackles and gets 3-4 yards at a pop.
Massillon had what we could call 2 H-backs in the game on that play. One is a right wing and one is a left wing. Okay, so which one are they going to run behind? When there's only one in the game, that guy often takes you to the ball. I'm not saying it's 100% of the time, but we got 2 of those guys in the game as wings right and left right now.
So the Tigers now looking to the sideline, getting that play. Patterson looks right, throws right. Man wide open. Caught across midfield and all the way to the 40-yard line of the McKinley Bulldogs is Thigpen. And Thigpen was wide open on that play, and he made a couple of nice moves. Picked up a good chunk of yardage. They're going to mark him now officially at the 41-yard line.
22 yards.
He picked up 22 there?
That was Jadis Thigpen?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, 44.
Here's Owens. Owens breaks a tackle, skips to the outside, has room. Finally brought down at around the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. And he's not showing any signs of slowing down. That shoulder must feel fine today.
5 carries, 48 yards.
He demonstrates to me that he's a good back. He's patient with the blocking that he's getting from the front 5. And if he gets a seam or an opening, he pops right through it. So early in the game, at this point, Massillon's got multiple explosive plays.
All right, timeout on the field. I want to tell you, and John, jump in on this one. You got the Beyond the Bleachers segment at halftime. John Bozeka sat down with former Massillon Tiger Dakota Dunwitty and former McKinley Bulldog Rock Hontus. And it should be a good interview. We're looking forward to hearing that one from John.
Yeah, Dakota had a great game back in 2015, the last time that McKinley won here at then Fawcett Stadium. Had a great play late. McKinley, of course, ended up winning. Dominique Robinson leapt into the end zone late in that game. And then back in the 70s, Rock Honus, as a sophomore, junior, and senior, played in the game 3 times under Coach John Brideweeser and had some outstanding stories. Coach, I'm sure you remember Bridie back in the day as well, too.
Absolutely. Bridie was here as a teacher and retired coach when Terry Forbes replaced him. He was a great guy. His son was a wide receiver for me on the 1980 team. John Brideweeser was good people in every sense of the word.
1st and 10 now for the Tigers And there's a handoff. That one is Anthony McMullen. And McMullen takes it about 6 yards. Brought down. Let's see where they mark him. It might be a little short of that. They're going to officially mark him at the 24-yard line, I should say.
If they didn't have different numbers on, I'd think it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Very patient at the line of scrimmage, and then they hit a gear when they get an opening.
2nd down and 4 now after the pickup. Manuel Patterson looking over there, getting that sign for the play. Looks to his left. He's got 2 receivers on the far side or near side. Here's another handoff to McMullen again, and McMullen is close to a first down. He may have gotten it. He does. So 2 running plays from Anthony McMullen, and picks up a first down. That's a good thing, too, about having some depth at running back. You can substitute like that and not miss a beat. Xavier Owens running very well, and then you bring in his backup and no drop-off.
Manny Patterson handled a bad snap on that last play. It was high.
There's McMullen again, almost busted it, but there to make the stop for the Pups was Dwayne Robinson. So
Massillon likes something on that right side of their offensive line. Whether it's the matchup with their O-lineman versus McKinley's defenders, I'm not certain what it is, but I think they made the majority of their runs and gains along that right side.
Well, it looks like Massillon's content to let the quarter run out, so they start walking the other way. The Bulldogs will make their way down to the east end of the field, I should say, and the clock is at zeros here. So we have played 1 from Tom Benson Stadium. The Massillon Tigers lead this one 7-0. We'll be back after these timeouts.
BMW of North Canton is your BMW premier headquarters. We offer a wide selection of new and pre-owned BMWs with exclusive offers, quick and easy service, and a team that's here for you. Right now, lease the 2026 BMW X3 30X Drive for $599 per month. Come in and ask about our BMW Ultimate Care oil services. Find your ultimate driving machine today on the north end of Whipple Avenue in North Canton. Visit bmwofnorthcanton.com. We're closer than you think and have everything you need.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today. Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
And welcome back here to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Frank Cilona alongside Hall of Fame coach Tom McDaniels, Bob Jeffries, our statistician, and John Bozeka, our sideline reporter this afternoon. 7-0 Massillon on top as we go to quarter number 2. And Massillon, Washington declared the winner today of the... Is that the food fight, John? I couldn't tell.
No, that's the blood battle.
The blood battle. Okay, we had the blood battle in the food fight, and Massillon wins the blood battle. They do a couple of things here throughout the week and over several weeks, and one is the food fight, and the other is the blood battle. And Massillon, congratulations to the Massillon community and the Tigers for winning this year's blood battle.
The game has gone McKinley's or Massillon's way up to this particular point. McKinley is hurting themselves with some turnovers and some bad snaps, and
2 turnovers in that first quarter for the McKinley Bulldogs.
They need to shut that door for the rest of the game.
So 2nd down and 5 as we start quarter number 2 here for the Tigers. They have it at the 14-yard line of the McKinley Bulldogs. Manny Patterson in at quarterback still. There is Owens to his left. Here's a handoff to Owens, and a nice play in the backfield coming up and making the stop for the Bulldogs is Shad Davis.
I thought that was number 1, Xavier Owens.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was.
Yeah, he lost a yard.
Coach, you surprised that they're running to the short side of the field opposed to the wide side?
Well, what they did is they ran again to the right. So their focus early in the run game so far has been to the right. I think that factored into the play choice rather than the hash of the field.
There's Owens again, bounces it outside. One man to beat. Can he get in? He does. Into the end zone. 14-yard touchdown run by Xavier Owens.
Yeah, so no longer do I make a big deal about running right when he runs left and takes the ball in from what yard line, Bob? 14-yard line.
Coach, I thought it was interesting there. You've talked all day about the wings following that to the football. I believe both the wings were left that time, and Massillon followed it that way.
They're often an indicator. It's not always 100% of the time, but sometimes defenses gear their front place based on where those H-back guys line up.
Herrera's kick is good, and with 11:16 to go here in the first half, Massillon has stretched their lead to 14-0. We'll be back after these timeouts.
CKP Heating and Cooling is the go-to name for heating, cooling, and more. Local owners Chaz and Ty want to thank the community for their business and support. For heating, cooling, refrigeration, boiler work, sheet metal, custom fabrication, and more, go with CKP. Call 330-791-3029 or visit them online at ckphvac.com.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, proud to be a member of Team Sarchon. Join us in Sarchon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Back here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the Massillon Tigers pounce again. They get it into the end zone. They lead 14-0. Coach has that fresh Mark Sugardale scoring drive.
Yeah, in 8 plays and 3 minutes and 57 seconds, Massillon scores again in the second quarter. They traveled 68 yards to do it. The final 14, a TD run by Xavier Owens. Extra point, again, good by Mateo Herrera. And Massillon's lead extends to 14-0 over McKinley with 3:57 left. 11:16 left in the second quarter. Excuse me, folks.
It's all right. We had a penalty on the kickoff, so you were fine there, Coach. We're going to redo it again. Just going to be 5 yards back.
5th Massillon penalty.
How many here?
Darius.
How many penalties here for McKinley?
McKinley has 2.
Coach, I think a really interesting note, I was listening to the defensive staff for McKinley, and the kids were talking about anticipating that they might pass Massillon, and the coach said, don't worry about the pass when they're running the ball down our throat.
Yeah, good point.
That's exactly right.
So Mateo's got it set up, or Mateo Herrera has it set up at the 35, and this one is going to go to Hill. Hill has it at the 5 and slips. The Turf Monster got him.
I like it that both teams are kicking the ball deep, like we're used to seeing, and returners are having a chance to return the football. So many games this year we saw pooch kickoffs and squib kickoffs, indicating to me a reluctance to want to have the responsibility to cover a deep kick. Both these teams are daring to kick deep, and they've done a good job of covering the kicks.
The Bulldogs will start this series now with 11:11 to go here in the first half of play from their own 18-yard line. Trent Hayden, the quarterback. the senior, goes back to throw. Pocket collapses, and down he goes. 94-91 there. Joe Carter and Dosus were there for the stop. And Dosu got there first, I believe.
There was a flag on the play. Way back on the 45.
I don't see it.
They
must have picked it up. Didn't matter because, well, here they are. Now it's a hold on Massillon. Uh-oh. So this will move the ball forward a little bit here for.
That explains why the Massillon quarterback didn't release the ball. His primary probably was the guy that was being held. Forced him to hang on to it a little longer, and thus the sack that is not a sack anymore.
Yeah, Hayden had nowhere to throw it. So takes it up.
Should be under 23.
Should be 28. Is at the 18, right? Yeah,
okay,
there they go.
So is that a 6th penalty for Massillon?
Yes.
So now it's 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trips on the far side for the Pups. One receiver near side. Hayden looking over that defense, and he's going to hand it off. West has some running room up the middle, midfield, and knocked down at the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Noah Jenkins making the stop, but Kylan West showing why he's got over 1,000 yards rushing this year.
Yeah, West in the gun, accepts the ball from the quarterback left to right, sees an opening back to the left, and hits it for an explosive play.
27 yards.
Big gain that time. 1st and 10. Pups trips on the far side. Single receiver on the near side. This time West lined up on the other side, and he gets it again. A lot of running room. Can he beat him to the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 45 yards.
I'm seeing that as the same play as the previous play.
I think it was, Coach, just the other side. You're right.
Just the other side, correct.
Yep. And West. That's what the Bulldogs needed right there. That's a big punch in the arm right there. A good shot in the arm.
Coach, what was the adjustment there? Those holes were just opening up like crazy. Previous drives seemed like McKinley was running into a brick wall. That time, he had just immense space to break through and hit his speed.
Not sure I can tell you. The first of those two plays was left to right. This was right to left, but both ended up being plays to the left. Whether they had a man advantage. I noticed that Massillon has one of the DBs covering the trips who walks up during the cadence and then pressures off McKinley's right side. So maybe they're staying away from that, and we just need to credit the center, the left guard, and the left tackle for doing a great job on those two run plays.
Massillon Tigers defense off sides there, but McKinley declines the penalty. So encroachment. Well, they are gonna take it. It looked like they wanted to decline it, but they move it up. What? Another yard?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
7 penalties now.
Yep. So Tommy Mankowski. Another 1 yard shorter extra point. And now what?
False start.
Oh boy. That one's not half the distance, though. That one's got to go back the full 5.
Tommy can make it from there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's a really good golfer, too, Coach. Did you
Yes,
know that?
Absolutely. Yep.
I think he won the Stark County championship a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I think we did a McKinley game and didn't know that he wasn't here. and it went unnoticed by me, at least. Because he was participating in that tournament.
Funny story, when John and I were doing interviews this week, we were talking with Coach Parnell, but before the interview, Tommy walks in, and John was talking to him. He said, "What'd you shoot?" He said, 67. And I said, "Man, that's terrible, 67 for 9 holes?" He looked at me like I was crazy.
Well, in that moment, you were.
I was. I was envious. I've never shot 67 for 18 in my life and probably never will. All right, here he goes now with an opportunity. Are you kidding me? We got another flag.
Massillon, their front.
Right.
They were jumping as if they were, going to rush. And
oh, it's unsportsmanlike.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
It's still only half the distance, though.
Penalty number 8 for Massillon.
Yes. I thought at first it was called on McKinley.
So, boy, it's just been an extra point here, guys. It's just an extra point.
Hey guys, if I don't know if we have to go to break, but I've got Mike Doss down here if you want to send it down.
Okay. See what Casey says here. And the extra point is good. And we are going to keep it here. 14-7 our score. 10:36 to go here in the first half. And John Bozeka has one of the legends that played here for the McKinley Bulldogs, Mike Doss. Go ahead, John.
That's right. Mike Doss joining me here on the sideline right now. I'm catching up to him so we can talk to him on the right side here.
He's running away from you.
Yeah, he is. He's running away from me, and he's hard to catch. Mike, what does it mean to be back here for you?
It means a lot, man. It's a new team, new coach. It means a lot. These guys haven't won one in over 9 years, just about 9 years, and I'm here to see us get one today.
Kylan West looks a lot like you rushing the football back in the day. He didn't hit the Superman pose like you did, though. What do you think of the sophomore tailback for the Pups?
Oh, he's excellent, man. He's very gifted, skilled. This young man has a bright future, and as long as he continues to stay healthy, he's going to do a lot for the Bulldogs.
Last thing for you, Mike. What is it about this rivalry that makes it so special for you? I saw DeMarlo down here. What makes it so special?
That's the fact that this is a community-based rivalry, right? You're 10 miles apart, and it means a lot to both communities so much. And at the end of the day, we know it's bragging rights every year, but, they've had the bragging rights for the last 9, and we're fighting to get it back to today.
Mike, thanks for the time.
All right, go Pups.
There he is, guys, Mike Doss.
All righty, John, thank you so much. I did catch up with Mike in Columbus a few weeks ago at a tailgate party and had a nice conversation, took a picture with Mike, as we always do, and he's a great ambassador for Canton McKinley.
It's always good to be near Mike Doss.
That's right.
It was easy to hand 27 the football, wasn't it, Coach?
It was. He had to take his turn, though. DeMarlo, Jamar.
Yeah. There's a kick, a short one, and taken by number 29. That's George Rivera for Massillon, and kind of bobbled it a few times and got pushed out of bounds. So a decent recovery there, but Pups or the Tigers will have it at about their own 23-yard line. Let's take a look now at that last scoring drive brought to you by Freshmark and Sugardale.
Yeah, 10:36 of the second quarter. McKinley scored in 2 plays. Time of possession, 40 seconds. A 45-yard run by Keelan West. Extra point by Tommy Mankowski is good. Don't write the epitaph on McKinley yet. It's Massillon 14, McKinley 7.
So the Tigers now have it. They lead by 7. Here's a fumbled handoff. Owens caught it in the air before it hit the ground. Takes it out to the 32-yard line, and they dodged the bullet there.
Coach, I'll be interested to see the adjustments here for McKinley, especially with their defensive coaches talking about not worrying so much about the pass. Maybe the kids were. Injured player, though, down.
One of the Pups is down. We'll let them attend to him. I want to remind everybody that the Buckeyes are off today, and they have a bye week, but the Browns are on the road trying to stack wins against New England. Sorry, Coach. Browns, Patriots pregame at 11, kickoff at 1 tomorrow. And the Brownies looking to put 2 wins back-to-back.
Yep,
that
and
McDaniels
Patriots,
guy over there is trying to stop him.
Yeah. Patriots are trying to keep that from happening. That's right. We'll be tuned in.
I say, Coach, do you want to share some of Josh's game plan in case Jim Schwartz is watching?
He doesn't tell me on purpose because I have trouble keeping secrets.
I bet Drake May's going to throw the football.
I think you're probably right.
I got to ask you, though. Have you ever designed a play and given it to him and said, you got to try this? In all the years?
No.
No?
No, not one time.
Not.
He he flew past what I know about football a long time ago.
Frank, you're asking that question wrong. He doesn't have to do that. He just goes back to the playbook that his dad ran when he was at McKinley.
That's right. He's probably got that McKinley playbook somewhere.
He coached for Nick Saban and Bill Belichick, okay? So what have I taught him that they didn't teach better or more?
With 2 national championships. Got something in the book. There is McMullen this time, and he bounces and gets maybe to the 33-yard line. Got the first down, though.
I told the coaches who remained on the staff, after the 97 season and coached for Cary, I said, you need Ben more than you need me. You guys will be fine.
Yeah. That's
and
right.
They were.
Benny down at Texans with Houston, and Josh doing his thing in New England.
He and Mike were 37-3 together.
Wow.
As varsity football players.
Wow. There is McMillan again, and not much for Anthony McMullen. And that McKinley defense is starting to stiffen up a little bit, getting stingy down there. That's a loss back to the 30.
They putting more guys in the box, Coach?
What I'm watching for, and I'm not willing to comment yet, but I'm paying attention to the safeties alignment, because I think the safeties have added themselves to the box. Not in this alignment. When they have 2 safeties high, one of the safeties is working down during the cadence to either the right or the left, which adds cover 4 safeties aren't in the box, but they play in the box. But one of them is creeping down during the cadence and being part of the run-stopping portion of McKinley's defense.
Well, guys, we got to take a break, John, real quick. 9:15 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back. 14-7 Massillon.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with Drink Clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
And if they do, they've got.
We're talking the strategy here as we come back, and that's okay, Coach. You can keep talking. We're just trying to figure out that defense a little bit, and Coach explaining to us that 3-man front from McKinley becomes a 4-man when Amari Mitchell moves up, and Coach, it's working. What they're doing right now has been working. There's Amari up at the line right now, number 8. Second down, 13 to go. Good coverage. There's a pass caught and brought down. This is Malone at the 50-yard line. So first down for the Tigers. And Coach, if you want to go back and talk about that, what we were talking about there during the break, John was asking about that 3-man front. And there's options, I guess, available.
Right. On that play, it's a long yardage situation for Massillon. So McKinley is not adding a safety to play the box there in a pass-oriented defense, but Massillon out-executes him on that play for a good gain.
Xavier Owens jumps over a man. That's going to draw a flag.
No flag, Frank.
Wow. That's unbelievable. Last night we had that same exact play, and it was a 15-yard penalty called against the Fairless Falcons.
I know. I was watching the game last night when I got home, and I heard you say that's going to be a penalty, and Mike Alina was like, "Why? They see it on Sundays."
Yeah, and look at that. He jumped right over the guy. No flag. Cannot do that at the high school level. I know. I hate that penalty, but it's a penalty, or it's a rule. You can't do it. So second down and 3 to go for Massillon. Here is Patterson keeping it on the fake, and he picks up the first down, gets it to about the 36-yard line. And now we've got some jawing going on.
That's a nice compliment by Massillon to the run game, faking to the back, right to left, and the quarterback keeping it around the right end.
Yeah. Well, coach is now on the sideline. Renzi Parnell right there with the officiating crew.
He was really upset about something. I'm not sure if there was something said on the sideline, but he was very upset, pointed at a couple of Tiger kids as they were walking off the field.
They threw a flag.
Yeah, I thought I saw a flag.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they offsetting it, or are they going to mark it off? No, they're going to mark it off.
Yeah.
I got them for 9 now. 9 penalties first half.
Oof.
Yep.
That was something I was going to mention, too, coming in, guys. I was looking at the stats, Frank, that they sent us, and Massillon entering the game just 67 penalties as a team.
Yeah.
So penalized highly in today's game.
Yeah. Well, the emotions certainly run high here, and sometimes they take over, and you do some silly things you don't expect them to do sometimes. But, again, guys, we're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. It is an emotional game.
It is, but you got to manage the emotions and manage the circumstances.
So it pushes the Tigers back to their own 49-yard line. Let's do the math here.
Well, it's first and 10.
Oh, that's right. It does go back to first and 10. You're right.
The deepest Massillon defender is now 8 yards from the ball.
There is a throw way over everybody's head as that one came from Xavier Owens. I wonder why I looked down there, a guy threw it left-handed. That was not the quarterback. That was Owens throwing it. They let it sail, so it brings up second down on the incompletion. 8:30 to go here in the first half of play. Tigers with a 7-point lead, 14-7, in the 136th meeting between these two schools.
One high safety. 8-man box.
Now we got a penalty flag.
Number 10.
Hey, what do you need when you wake up each morning? Well, you need Pam Cook and Canton's Morning News. Pam and news anchor Jim Michaels bring you the latest news, weather, and traffic information weekdays from 5:30 a.m. to 10 o'clock a.m., and you'll be entertained, too. You can listen on air, online, or on Alexa.
Hello, Pam. You're in Ireland.
Yeah, hi, Pam.
Again, McKinley crowding the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, and he's brought down. Great defensive play there from the Bulldogs coming in and making the stop. Number 52 for the Tigers. That is Owens, Jamarice Owens. Check that. That was 58. And we don't have a 58 on our roster, do we?
Nope.
Boy, I'd love to give that young man some kudos. Nevertheless, it is a loss, and third down now and 21 for the Tigers. Back to throw, Patterson. Oh, threw it behind him, nearly intercepted, but broken up, and it'll force a fourth down for the Tigers.
Hey, Frank, 58 was Kayvon Dawkins who made the play.
Kayvon Dawkins. All right, thank you, John.
It was Marquise Jackson who had good coverage on that pass play. Number 2 for McKinley.
I'm not sure what number Dawkins was before. Oh, there's Caden Dawkins, 51. There is a wobbly kick and sails out of bounds. This one's going to give McKinley pretty good field position. And let's see where they march it off. Boy, they did not help the side judge out at all with the marking of that punt. I don't know, John, if you saw that. He's looking back at the back judge who normally lines him up. He did it himself. The back judge was walking down the field.
Yeah, there was definitely some miscommunication there. There was a lot of hectic stuff happening on the sideline, too. Just a lot of communication and back and forth over here, and I think it was kind of a tough spot.
And normally that back judge will put his hand up, and that side judge is walking down the field saying, okay, tell me when to stop. He turned around, had his hand up, and there was no back judge.
It was an uncharacteristically bad punt by Rasmus Hains. He's averaged 36.5 a punt.
That was only 17 yards.
17 yards.
Wow. So the Bulldogs have it. Pretty good field position. There is a little wildcat. And not much there for Darius Hill. Darius Hill got back to the line of scrimmage at best.
McKinley using multiple players and multiple ways to run the ball. We've seen Darius as a wildcat back already.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They haven't had much success. He only has 1 yard on 2 carries.
So brings up 2nd down and 10. No gain that last play. Back to throw Hayden. Looking left, throws, pass caught. 39-yard line, great throw. DJ Britt comes up and makes the catch, and Britt may have knocked the air out of himself. I don't think he got hit or anything, but it's one of those things where he may have fallen on the football. Let's see, he's coming up slowly.
Hey, another update from the McKinley defensive staff that they were in their huddle on the sideline there looking at the computers and film.
Yeah.
They were saying that they're playing harder, they're playing for each other, and he said that makes a difference. It makes them move differently when you start playing for each other.
Absolutely. You can see a little bit of a change in the play and the just kind of the mannerisms right now of the McKinley Bulldogs. They're getting a little bit of confidence back.
On that last snap, Massillon was mirroring what McKinley was doing on defense. They had 8 players, none of them deeper than 8 yards from the football. And they're not in that alignment now, but McKinley's had done it, and I saw Massillon do the same thing on the last play.
Trips on the far side now for the Pups. Here's a handoff to West. West breaks a tackle, gets it to about the 34-yard line. So pick up a 5 for Kylan West.
Coach, does McKinley have a bit of a speed advantage?
I'm not certain about that. I'd have to see him in a track meet. We've seen some explosive plays from Massillon too. So I'm not sure about that.
Going to go 2 receivers far side, 1 near side for the McKinley Bulldogs. In motion now is Hill. He'll join the other 2 on the far side of the field. Back to throw Hayden. Now we've got a flag.
Yeah, they were aligned.
They were moving. Yep.
They were aligned illegally. They didn't have enough people on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, well, they did put Legacy Lee up there, and then I don't know did he move back?
I saw the 2 wide receivers to the right. Both were off the line of scrimmage, and one of them needed to be on.
Yeah. All right. The penalty moves them back. It'll be 2nd down now and 11. 5:44 and counting here, first half. The 136th meeting between the Bulldogs and the Tigers started back in 1894. They call it the War of 1894. Back to throw. Hayden, pressure on, throws. Man, wide open at the 29. Hill to the 20 and down there. As Darius Hill, boy, he couldn't have been more wide open. Nice job there by Hayden to find him.
It looked like routes versus air in the summer. Where your quarterback is practicing his drops and the receivers are running routes against air. That's what that looked like on that play. He was that wide open.
All the way down to the 19-yard line. There's West, handoff, gets it to about the 15, and the pile moving. Well, they're going to say his forward progress stopped at the 16. So pickup of 3.
Coach Frank, I felt coming in that Trent Hayden was the guy to watch for McKinley. His leadership all year has really sparked this offense. Other note to keep in mind for Massillon is Jaden Williams. We have not really called his name yet, the Indiana commit on defense.
Yeah, they've done a good job of keeping him out of the action pretty much. There's a man in motion now. Handoff. Boy, that was a big hit there at the line of scrimmage. Flag goes down. That was West on the carry.
Holding against McKinley.
Yeah. So the Pup's going to go back 10 here.
Before this penalty, I was about to say that the energy on the field is in a black uniform right now.
Right now it is, for sure.
It was in a white uniform to begin the game.
I always like to look at quarters and how many points each team scores in those quarters. And second and fourth quarter, the Bulldogs score the most of their points throughout the year. 75 points in the second quarter, 76 in the fourth quarter. It's the third quarter that's the lowest for them, 48 points. They'll start the second half with the football. Trips on the far side. Two receivers near. Here's a throw out to West. West gets it back to about the 19, which was the original line of scrimmage. And they're going to be faced now with a 3rd down and 9.
On that play, they moved West out of the backfield to align with the other two receivers to the right. And they had a man advantage and tried to take advantage of it. And they did with moderate success.
Going to send a man in motion again this time. Here's a handoff to West. Brought down, though, at about the 18-yard line. Great defensive play there by the Tigers, trying to see what number that was that pulled him from the back. It was 91, I believe. That's Samuel Dosu.
That was the backside lineman who ran the play down from behind.
Yeah, Dosu lines up on that other defensive end position.
Field goal attempt.
Clock at 3:25, and Mankowski in for a 35-yard attempt. And now what? No flag was thrown.
Coach Parnell's having a word with the officials about something.
Could it be the placement of the ball? There was no flag. I don't know. Did you see anything, Coach?
No, I assumed he was taking a time out, because he had maybe second thoughts about kicking the field goal and or going for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not that conference. That's not what's taking place between him and the officials.
All right, well, whatever it was, they figured it out. Coach Nate Moore on the other side kind of wanting an explanation as well, and he seems to be okay with it.
Watch the fake maybe, guys. Something to consider.
Not sure what he said. I couldn't hear. So McKinley was charged with a timeout, I believe.
Yeah, they did, because now they have 0.
So Mankowski will try it here. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Play clock at 20. The kick is up, and this is going to be way short. And a flag goes down. Did they hit the kicker? And McKinley is clapping, so it may have been a defensive penalty. I was watching the ball. I did not see.
Nope, we need a replay.
Let's check it out here. Great camera work, guys. We appreciate that. We can take a look here at what happened. Well, we missed that part of it. I think they may have run into the holder. I don't know, John, if you got any explanation down there, let us know.
I didn't hear anything. All I know is McKinley has a first down. That's all I know.
That's all they care about right now. So the Bulldogs will get the first down. They'll have it at the 10, just inside the 10-yard line of Massillon, and that's a big play right there, guys. Opportunity now for McKinley to try to tie this one up.
And take as much off the clock, the 3:15 remaining, as they can while doing it.
They're going to go full house backfield here. They've got 3 backs in the backfield around Trent Hayden.
If he was under center, we would call that robust.
Robust.
In honor of Woody Hayes, but he is not under center, so we don't call it that.
That's legacy lead to his left guys. I don't know. I know, Coach, you were talking about having a big blocker. You think they might try to follow him, and he might lead you to where the ball goes?
And they're not afraid to throw it to him. We've seen that sophomore, and he's a big boy.
Yeah,
we've seen him score on a pass in this corner of the end zone, this left corner of the end zone.
Yeah, big tight end there, Legacy Lee, 6'3", 205.
I think it's going to be 4th down. I don't think that gave him the first down.
Oh.
Yeah, they were having a word about that. I think it is. You're right, Bob.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 1.
Okay, so that changes everything. They're going to bring in some new personnel.
That's Antonio Stevens coming in. He's, of course, and Colin Hinkle, two of their big linebackers.
Yeah. Stevens, number 30. And he's right there behind. Now they're going robust.
This is robust.
There you go. Hayden. Oh, he almost fumbled the ball. Pitches it out. And going into the end zone for the score. What a play that time for the Bulldogs. And Chad Davis takes it in for the touchdown.
Coach, was that a power toss?
No, it was a bad snap exchange between the center and the quarterback. I think it was supposed to be a handoff, and he had to pitch it to him to get it to him.
Chad Davis saw the daylight. He put his hand up when he was about at the 3-yard line, and he got in for the score.
Yeah, the mishandled exchange, made it a little bit difficult to determine. It might have been an option play with him as a pitch man, but, the mishandled center quarterback exchange made it hard for me to identify exactly what their intent was.
Great job there by Hayden to hold on to it. And the extra point is good. And guess what, guys? We've got a tie ball game with 3:09 to go here in the first half. It's Massillon 14, Canton McKinley 14. We'll be back after this timeout.
Here in North Canton, life takes us all kinds of places. From cheering under the Friday night lights, to a Saturday at the Hall of Fame, to a family trip to the apple orchards. Here at Toyota of North Canton, we have the perfect vehicle to get you there. Right now, get the 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for 2.99% APR, including our exclusive lifetime warranty. ToyotaofNorthCanton.com. No matter where you're going, we'll take you there. And we're closer than you think.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Back here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, Frank Cilona alongside Coach Tom McDaniels, Bob Jeffries, our statistician, John Bozeka down on the sidelines, and we have an all-new ball game here in the War of 1894. Tigers and the Bulldogs are tied at 14. A nice scoring drive put on there by McKinley, and after the kickoff here, we'll go to Tom for that scoring drive. There is a kick that bounces at the 10, picked up, fake reverse, keeping it, and having a little bit of running room is Malone. Malone still on his feet, and then finally gets pushed out of bounds there near the 40-yard line. So that'll give Massillon some good field position.
Scoring drive?
Yes, sir. Take that scoring drive.
Okay.
Brought to you by Sugardale and Freshmark.
At 3:09 of the second quarter, McKinley went 8 plays, taking up 4 minutes and 29 seconds, covering 55 yards, a 10-yard TD run by Shad Davis. Extra point by Mankowski is good, and we are tied up 14-14 with 2:59 remaining in the second quarter.
So the Tigers now just under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. That was Owens in that Wildcat, fakes the handoff and takes it to about the 38-yard line. So short game, couple yards there for Xavier Owens.
Coach, you can appreciate this. I asked the wide receivers coach, Joe Ewell, I said, did you guys make a major adjustment in the first half to get the offense going? He said no. It was a change in effort and adjustments just in terms of how hard they're playing.
That sometimes is all it takes. Previous play again, McKinley didn't have a defender any deeper than 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. Second and long, they're not in the same alignment.
Here's Owens, breaks a tackle, and the turf monster got him at about the 47-yard line, but he got enough for the first down.
I'm sort of unaware here. The injury that he had that had everybody wondering if he was going to play, that was an upper body injury?
Yeah.
Shoulder,
yeah.
Okay, because
it's not the legs.
He must have slipped, because I was wondering if that was a leg injury that haunted him on that play.
1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Handoff. Owens breaks the tackle, then gets hauled down at about the McKinley 48-yard line.
Coach, you taught Mike Doss well. He's down here, and he was pointing at things, helping the defense adjust there on that play.
So it brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers.
Take the boy out of the game, but you can't take the game out of the boy.
He's got that dog in him, right?
He's got that dog in him.
And a man in motion, Owens, fake to him. Boy, he's got a
my,
receiver
oh
wide open.
Oh, my.
They missed him, didn't have time to look, but Owens catches that and is brought down at the 46-yard line. Timeout, Massillon. He had a receiver. That was 13, or was it 6? Okay, yep. That was Malone. Sprinting down the seam. Didn't have a chance, really, to see him. But McKinley defense coming in. They may have gotten caught in a blitz there. And, guys, let me interrupt you real quick here, as we do now have the announcement of this year's food fight winner. They're going to do that down on the field. I'm going to kind of turn up our crowd mic a little bit. This is something that, again, each year, both these schools and some other schools have jumped in this year to help out with the annual food fight. Here we go.
It is a featured game in the nationwide 2025 Great American Rivalry Series. I want to thank the United States Army and Brainbox for selecting this game as part of the exciting series. ScoreStream is America's largest fan-driven sports sharing platform. Download the app to share scores, photos, and videos of this game.
Didn't see, couldn't tell who won that, or did they even make the announcement? I'm sure.
No,
I think they got run off the field because we came back so quick. We'll get that for you as soon as we can. 1 minute to go here in the first half. And it's 3rd down and 12 for the Tigers. And going down again in the backfield is Patterson. He slipped a little bit right there and allowed the Bulldogs defense to recover. So it brings on a punting situation for the Tigers.
Not the first time we've seen a player slip on that field. And I'm going to correct myself. You're right. It was number 13 who was running wide open, Logan Aultman.
I thought it was, yeah.
Yep, he's the tight end, 6'2", 240, but he was wide open. Andy Patterson didn't have time to find him.
Mm-hmm. So the Tigers, Nate Moore is going to take a timeout here. They're going to let the clock wind down. I don't think they want to give McKinley too much time to do anything with the football. Play clock at 2-1, and now he takes his timeout. The game clock is at 11, so they will force the punting situation with the timeout. I want to remind you about the Saturday morning huddle this week. Obviously, they were live here at Tom Benson Stadium at 10 a.m., and they recapped all the games from Friday night and talked about our playoff standings and so much more. Don't miss it. It's live on YouTube, so if you want to go back and watch it, you certainly can on demand. This is, once again, the most popular high school football show around. So you catch Kenny Rhoda and John Bozeka. How'd the show go today, John?
Never heard of it. Did you hear me? I said never heard of it.
I heard you.
No, it went really, really well. If you want to go back and watch it, we had Matt Dennison on. We had on Tim Goodman from Alliance. A lot of really great stories. Chris Kappas, Louisville made the playoffs. Just a lot of really great stories this year.
Awesome. Yeah, I came in the booth here, and Kenny was broadcasting live. I walked in, almost said something out loud, and he goes, whoa, be quiet. There is a punt. Nobody back for McKinley. They're just going to let it roll. Let it roll. Clock at 2-1. Oh, just let it wind out. They stop it at 1.
Going to make them take a knee, aren't they?
They couldn't let it. They couldn't let it go, huh? So the Bulldogs will come out and take that 99 play.
Presumably.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You never know. Air it out. So the Bulldogs going to get in that little victory formation there, surround the quarterback.
Yes, they are.
I might try to catch Renzi Parnell here, guys. Just ask him a question. Probably won't be on camera, but I'll try to get him.
All right, John, we'll keep an eye on you, and if you do, just jump in there. All right, there it is. That's the kneel down. Halftime. It is 14-all. Keep an eye on John real quick.
Yeah, Kenny and I are both going to get him, so we'll both have him.
Okay. Stick that mic in there. There you go.
All right, I've got Coach Parnell with me. Coach, you're down 14-0. It's close to getting it out of hand. What changed?
Oh, that's the season for us, right? We've been doing that all year. I mean, it's usually the full game, and we come back. I told you it's a resilient group. No doubt in my mind we would come back.
Defensively, what changed, though, for you guys to slow them down?
Well, we made some adjustments. Kids start making, they listened to the adjustments. We executed them. But, credit to them, too. They did a good job. They put us in some different difficulty positions, so we got to keep fighting.
Offensively for you guys, getting that big touchdown that you got from Kylan West, what did that do for the offense?
Yeah, obviously, in a game like this, it got everybody going, so it was huge.
What are the keys in the second half if you're to get a victory here today?
Well, we got to keep the momentum, win the turnover battle for the second half, and we got to execute the game plan.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you so much. John, you have to give part of your paycheck to Kenny there for handling that interview, and we'll
I know. I know. We both do. It was, he's right, though. It gave them a boost offensively to get that touchdown, and then defensively was their biggest adjustment. Down 14 and being able to come out and make it a tie game at halftime, and they get the ball coming out of the locker room. That's all momentum in McKinley's corner.
Sounds great. All right, we'll step away here. We come back. It'll be our Bell Stores halftime report. We'll have John's interview Beyond the Bleachers with former Tiger Dakota Dunwitty and former McKinley Bulldog Rock Hannes after these timeouts.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
For over 60 years, Friends and Family Credit Union has proudly served Stark County. We provide financial services to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Stark County. Whether it's a loan, savings, checking, or other financial services, now more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. Come visit any of our 3 locations, online or our mobile app. Our focus is always you, the member.
Welcome back in at halftime here on the YouTube game, live from Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, as we have the Massillon McKinley game, we'll call it. I guess that's the more apt way to refer to it now, as we have a guest on our first of 2 segments here at halftime, as we're going to talk to the former Massillon Tiger who played for the Tigers about 10 years ago. And I'm sure that's crazy to say to him at this point, but he was a heck of a player, and that's Dakota Dunwitty, who played not just on defense, but had some snaps on offense, was towards the end of Jason Hall's tenure, and then he was there for year 1 of Nate Moore, and part of one of the more historic Massillon McKinley games. And Dakota, thanks for joining us here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Let's go back to that senior year game. I know did not end how you wanted it to, but we talk about this in the media all the time, and that's the play that you made in that game late where there was an interception and you gave the Tigers the lead late. It's the greatest play that I think no one talks about enough in Tiger history. Take me back to that moment, Dakota, and just what it was like to have that moment in the rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. I think first and foremost, having the moment in this big of a game is a huge deal. And hearing that from you, I've been kind of disconnected from it a little bit in recent years because, like you said, it's been 10 years now. But that just having a moment in something that's so big isn't something that everybody gets to say. So that's very, very exciting. In terms of the actual moment, I mean, you work forever for your whole life. Like I grew up in Massillon. I have the football in my crib. You work for that game, that moment. So when it happened, it was just honestly more luck than anything. If you watch it back, it was right place, right time. Ball going to a lineman. I don't think anybody thinks, oh, here goes a touchdown the other way. But the ball came to me. I made the play. It was a close enough distance that I was able to outrun the few people that had a shot. So, I think it was more circumstance, but being in the right place at the right time really benefited me, and it was a great moment.
Being able to say that you're a member of this rivalry when it comes to being a player, how special is that for you, Dakota? And how much do you carry that with you in things that you do? Maybe you don't talk about it every day, but how much does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, it's obviously a huge deal. Like I said, this is something that's been around long before me, and it will be around long after me. Even going out to clients at jobs, at things that I do in everyday life, people will bring up, oh, you got to play in the Massillon McKinley game. Like, what happened? And then now I can, without shame, say that, yeah, I will pull up that clip, or I'll pull up a highlight that I was making plays. And, yeah, that was something that I got to be a part of. And not everybody gets that chance. And it's something that's truly, truly special and something that I'm very proud of.
I mentioned it. Jason Hall was your coach, I believe, for your first 3 years at Massillon, and then your senior year. Now the winningest coach, Nate Moore, takes over, and that's weird to say because I'm used to it being Paul Brown, but Nate's broken that record, and getting to play for Nate and getting to be the first class that he coached. Tell me about what you learned from Nate Moore and what makes him a special man, Dakota.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Coach Moore, the thing that he does best is he gets good people around him. I think that he chose a great staff throughout his tenure that really assisted with his success, and that is a great reflection of who he is. Me personally, my senior year was, again, like you said, that game didn't go our way. A lot of things might have not went our way, but we learned how to face that adversity, and I've carried that with me throughout my life, and I intend to continue to carry that with me.
Is it the type of thing that almost becomes almost like a wedding day, like graduation day, like that type of level of life moment for you that it's like, you remember that day as much as you remember your 7th birthday? Is it kind of the same way, Dakota?
Oh, absolutely. As a varsity football player, I only got to play in one home Massillon McKinley game because that's just how the alternating years fell. So my junior year. And one of my clearest memories ever is that game. From I was somebody who liked to walk the field before the game, seeing all the tailgaters out there early in the morning. I know that game I had a handful of sacks, a handful of tackles for losses. So those moments absolutely are probably my biggest memory. When I just reflect back on my life at this point, those are at the forefront. Absolutely.
Well, you just heard a story from a former Massillon Tiger in Dakota Dunwoody here at halftime of the McKinley-Massillon game. I guess we have to say it that way now. We have to say McKinley first and Massillon second. Back in my family, it used to kind of be a bad word at times to say Massillon, but, we won't let that be a part of it here. Either way, talking now with a former McKinley Bulldog, a guy that for a kid who grew up learning about McKinley football like I did, heard a lot about this guy, and I've talked to him multiple times before, and I'm so pleased to welcome in former McKinley quarterback and Rock Honest from the mid-70s, played 73, 74, and 75 in the game, got 3 chances against the Orange and Black. And Rock, thanks for joining me here.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Rock, that's, I wanted to have you on because I was thinking about this today, and I'm gonna make you feel, you might already feel old, but I'm going to make you feel older. It's been 50 years since you played in the McKinley-Massillon game, the last one in 1975. Let's take it back to that point where you were a senior, and just tell me what you remember about the week leading up and the game itself.
Well, it really wasn't any different than any other Massillon-McKinley week. As you said, this would have been my third as the quarterback, and it was a little special in that it was my last. It was our senior year. As you may know, back then, there were only, I believe, still one team from each region that went to the playoffs. And now how many do we have? 8 or 10 or 12 or something like that?
It's 12.
12. So we were 8-1. I think Massillon was maybe 6-3, 7-2, something like that. Neither one of us, believe it or not, had any mathematical opportunity to get in the playoffs. I mean, as odd as that sounds today, if you take those two records and put in Massillon-McKinley game today, then probably the winner moves on to the playoffs at a higher seed, and the loser gets a lower seed, but they both advance. Not back then. So we already knew we were mathematically eliminated. So this was our last chance. So it had a little extra special meaning to this game, knowing that really this was the last time we were, as seniors, going to suit up for McKinley.
Playing in this game, it seems like everyone that I talk to treats it if they're part of a fraternity that doesn't necessarily exist and you don't pay dues to, except for getting hit by the opponent the times that you play in it. But when you see a guy that played in this game with you or that played against you in this game, what's it like to have conversations with them and know that you two were part of something like that, Rock?
Well, that's a real great question, John, because I was thinking about, after I talked to you the other day, I'm thinking about a couple of things that occurred not only during the game but after the game. And I remember thinking back that, growing up, I had 2 older brothers that played for McKinley, and I remember thinking that, gee, everybody at Massillon, just depending on where on Highway 30 that you grew up, you were either a good guy or a bad guy. You were either good or evil. And if you grew up in a Canton, you were good. And if you grew up in the Massillon side, you were evil. And then you were able to play Massillon 3 times, and I was able, with a couple of buddies of mine on the team, to get with a few of the Massillon players after the season. I can't remember what it was. It was some event, may have been a WHBC event. And we got to talking, and we realized there was not a hill of beans difference between us. We're all the same guys. We just some wore red and black, some wore orange and black. And as a matter of fact, a couple of them, a couple of my buddies, we went back and forth after the season during the late fall and early winter. We'd go over to Massillon and run around a little bit, pack up in a car and head over there. And then they would pack up in a car, 4, 5, 6 of them. You did it back then. They'd come over to Canton. We'd run around Canton for a while. And they really realized they're just the same as us. There's no difference. It's just they grew up in Massillon, we grew up in Canton. But we're the same guys. Just grew up in different towns.
Rock, last thought for you here, and I want to ask this because there's kids that are playing in the game today for the first time. There are kids that are playing in the game for the last time. What would you tell those kids to remember after they've played in this game and treat things after they play in this game? What do you hope they take from it?
If I was advising a senior, I would just tell them exactly what I said earlier. Just remember, this is the last time you're going to play against Massillon. You can play anybody else. You can play all the Jacksons and Perrys and Glen Oaks that you want. Those are all important games in the Senate and the Federal League, but there's only one Massillon, and there's only one time each year you get to play them unless you play them again in the playoffs, which I guess they don't do anymore, right?
They don't.
So to the seniors, just make sure it's a memorable last game. It's the last time you're going to do it. To the underclassmen, just enjoy it. This is an experience that few people in this country get to have. I don't know where it ranks into the rivalries and the number of times played. What is it? It's in the top 10, I know, in the country of high school rivalries. So who gets to say that? Who gets to tell that to their children and grandchildren? So even if you're a starter or you never get to play, you enjoy the experience because few people really get this opportunity.
Rock Hannes, former McKinley Bulldog from the 1970s. Thanks so much for joining us here at halftime and reliving your stories of this great rivalry.
Thanks, John. It's great to be with you.
We'll return back to the stadium in a bit here on the WHBC YouTube game.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Life happens at full speed. Your internet should too. Introducing MCTV Accelerate Fiber, the fast, reliable internet that keeps your family seamlessly connected. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber is perfect for work, play, and staying connected with loved ones. MCTV, fast, reliable, built for the moments that matter most. Upgrade today and experience the difference.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Here in North Canton, life takes us all kinds of places. From cheering under the Friday night lights, to a Saturday at the Hall of Fame, to a family trip to the apple orchards. Here at Toyota of North Canton, we have the perfect vehicle to get you there. Right now, get the 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for 2.99% APR, including our exclusive lifetime warranty. ToyotaofNorthCanton.com. No matter where you're going, we'll take you there. And we're closer than you think.
Halftime here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Frank Cilona alongside Coach Thom McDaniels here in our Bell Stores halftime report. And Coach, before we get started with our halftime, I do want to thank former Massillon Tiger and former McKinley Bulldog Dakota Dunwitty for the Tigers, and former Bulldog Rock Hannes for spending some time with John Bozeka there at halftime and doing that interview. Great to hear from those two folks. You know, when you leave, you always come back. You always want to talk about this rivalry and talk about your alma maters, and we appreciate both those guys spending some time with John. So thank you to both of them. Your thoughts, though, here on the first half of this one, 14-14 our score, and it looked like maybe things were going to progress the way they have the last 9 years, with Massillon kind of jumping out to that 14-0 lead. But McKinley fought back, so it's been a tale of 2 quarters, I guess.
Yeah, Massillon won the first quarter. And McKinley won the second quarter. There's sloppy play on both sides.
Yeah.
Way too many penalties for Massillon. I'll share these numbers here in just a second. McKinney's had some issues with some inaccurate long snaps in a quarterback center exchange. And you know, it isn't their best brand of football from either team, I think in either quarter. But I hope we get that in the second half.
All right, well, let's take a look at the numbers from the first half. You have them there.
Yeah, I'll cover the team statistics first, halftime stats. The score is tied 14-14. Massillon has 104 yards rushing and McKinley has 87. Massillon has passed for 85 yards and thrown McKinley for 66. Massillon total yards 189, McKinley 153. Massillon 10 first downs, McKinley 8. Massillon owns the time of possession with 13 minutes and 49 seconds to McKinley's 10-11. 2 turnovers for McKinley, none for Massillon, which is their saving grace at this point. 11 penalties and a half for Massillon for 90 yards, 5 penalties for McKinley for 40 yards. Individual statistics for McKinley: Trent Hayden has attempted 8 passes, completed 6, 66 yards, but has thrown an interception. Keelan West, 9 rushes, 85 yards and a TD. Shad Davis, 1 rush, 10 yards and a TD. DJ Britt, 3 catches, 29 yards, no TDs. Darius Hill, 2 catches, 31 yards, no TDs either. For Massillon individually, Manny Patterson has been 5 of 7 in the passing category. 5 completions, 7 attempts, 85 yards, no TDs or INTs. Xavier Owens has been busy, 12 rushes, 93 yards, and 2 TDs. Deontay Malone, 2 catches for 31 yards, and Giorgio Jackson, 1 catch for 39 yards. A lot of explosive plays in the first half from either team.
All righty, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff of half number 2 here from Thom Benson Stadium between the Bulldogs and the Tigers. We'll be back.
We provide both service like preventative maintenance on your local residential house. We provide custom ductwork. We do residential and commercial HVAC, and we do refrigeration for restaurants, for gas stations. We can fix your furnace, or we can fix your rooftop at your place of business themselves. Also, it's the comfort of your home. I mean, you want someone that's experienced and done it all to make sure your home is comfortable and the temperature you like it.
The news of the day, every day, on Canton's Morning News with Pam Cook.
Paving every alley in the city of Canton over the first 4 years is just part of the plan. Right now, we have contractors who are cleaning these alleys up that haven't been addressed for decades and decades. And literally, there were people coming out of their houses and hugging the guys working for the contractor cleaning these alleys up.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing.
It is a great thing.
It is a good thing.
1480 WHBC.
I'm Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns, proud to be a member of Team Star Show. Join us at Sarshon Auto Group as we drive towards a brighter future. Because when we come together, on and off the field, we can accomplish anything. Community, teamwork, strength. That's what we're all about.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
This is Brian Bailey of Old Carolina Barbecue Company. It's pigskin time in Northeast Ohio, and you know that Old Carolina is the official barbecue of football. So if you've got plans to gather at a tailgate or in front of a big screen TV, be sure your buffet line is full of hearty party food. We've got tender hand-pulled pork to make all-pro sliders and hickory-smoked deep-fried wings that will score big points with your party guests. We're covering football fans at our 3 convenient locations in Canton, Massillon, and Alliance. Order online today at oldcarolina.com.
Back here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, Frank Cilona alongside Coach Thom McDaniels, Bob Jeffries, our statistician, John Bozeka down on the field is our sideline reporter. It's our first sideline reporter we've had all year.
Yeah, guys, I've actually got the Bulldog down here from McKinley, if we can see that on camera. Are you the owner of the Bulldog? Tell us about the dog.
His name is Drogo from Game of Thrones. He's 10 years old, and he's deaf.
He's deaf? Does he like being a McKinley Bulldog, though?
Loves it. Super excited when he goes to games.
So how long have you been doing this with him?
With him, 10 years, but I had one before that.
You had one before that. What was that one's name?
Uda, and she did the boys' basketball.
Uda. Can we see his toy? I want to see his toy here real quick. Drogo's got a toy, guys.
George needs to move that camera down. There he goes. All right.
Look at this right here. Drogo. Yeah, he can't hear. Nonetheless, look at
you
your toy.
watch he don't bite you. You keep hitting him like that.
Look at that toy. Look at his toy, guys. He's so good at his job. Well, he was excited about it earlier.
He just spit it out.
I know. He was excited about it. He's going crazy about it now. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. Drogo the Bulldog. There he is on the sideline. Thanks to the owner and the folks. They keep him here. They keep him ready to go. Hey, you got to have all the festivities for the McKinley Massillon game, right?
Interviewing the dog was the toughest interview you've ever had.
you know, Tom. There are worse things in life. You know.
Well, I had a guy describe an interview with the coach this week, but I can't actually repeat it on air.
Thanks, guys.
All right, John. Thank you. We'll check in with John throughout the second half here, and then don't forget at the end of the night, today's ball game, we'll have the winning coach for our post-game interview as well. We'll pick our player of the game and our MCTV play of the game. Our player of the game brought to you by Old Carolina Barbecue. Every time they show that commercial, I want to go grab one of those sandwiches. All right, we are ready to start quarter number 3, the second half of the greatest rivalry in high school football across the nation. And the McKinley Bulldogs will receive. Here's a high kick taken at the 15-yard line, and Darius Hill going nowhere that time. Good coverage by the Tigers. And McKinley
trying to get that number. I think it's 25 maybe. But a good open field tackle on a kickoff.
That Anthony Hoover, I believe, 25. And
guys, something to keep in mind, too, about the score. It's obviously 14-14, but think about Massillon's first touchdown. It was gifted to them after a fumble. They scored from the 4-yard line on that. If you take that away from the game, again, you can't, but McKinley has won the game since then.
Bulldogs back here on offense. They'll have it at their own 17-yard line. Hayden, the quarterback, he's got West to his right. He hands it off to West. West bounces off of 1 and gets it maybe a yard, if that. Might have gotten just to the line of scrimmage.
Game was tied 14-14 at half. One team was happy that they were tied, and the other team was not.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it brings up a 2nd down and 10 after the no gain that time. And the Massillon defense really has done a nice job for the most part on that running attack. Dosu and Carter up front there for the Tigers along with Anthony Neal. Here is West again. No, West almost broke it there. He had a little bit of a gap. He got it about 6 yards. And he got tripped up. But what a burst of speed. We take a look here.
Yep. Neither team is playing with a one high free safety, which you can think of as a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Neither team is doing that. They're pretty much playing cover 4 with the safeties are lined up 8 yards from the line of scrimmage. If you get past, the front 5, front 7, you're going to go.
And now the Bulldogs going to go 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 receiver far side, and Hayden doesn't like what he sees. He's going to call timeout. I think the play clock was winding down as well. So rather than take another penalty there, the Bulldogs decide to call timeout. And we will remind you that the Cleveland Browns are on the road on Sunday trying to go back-to-back wins they'll take on the New England Patriots. Browns-Patriots pregame at 11 a.m. and kickoff at 1 p.m. from Foxborough. Buckeyes are off today. And John, I mentioned to Coach here in the halftime that we wanted to thank Dakota Dunwitty and Rock Honest for their time and their interview. Great job with them this week, and good to hear from former alum from both these schools.
Yeah, it's the best part of the rivalry to me, whether it's speaking to guys like Coach or former players that played in it. That's what makes the rivalry so great, is going back and reliving those stories.
I came in '80, and Rock Honest was a legend.
Yeah,
by 1980.
So the Pups have it now with 3rd and 4. Hayden rolling, running out of time, throws it. He's got to throw it away. Pressure was on. Coming in was Jaden Williams, and that'd be the first time we've really focused a little bit on Jaden Williams. He's been a little quiet today. He is a great player, though. Boy, that inside linebacker, an Indiana commit. I know the Buckeyes are knocking at the door, too. But, he missed all of last year, I believe, with an injury. He's got 11 tackles for losses this year.
Massillon with 2 deep returners, which is a little unusual.
Yeah, the Bulldogs forced to punt it away there on 4th and 4.
Good snap.
Yep. There's a high spiraling kick taken at the 42-yard line. Fair catch taken. And a nice job there by the Tigers. That was Deontay Malone. And, Coach, I know that puts a smile on your face when players fair catch or at least catch the punt so you don't lose another 15 yards.
Frank, you beat me to it. I was going to ask Coach if he was excited that he actually caught the ball on the punt.
Oh,
absolutely.
I know for sure he is.
Well, again, I hearken back to people who believed in field position, and when you start, 58 yards from the goal line rather than 78, that's an advantage.
Absolutely. So the Tigers will have it from their own 42. Pretty good field position, though, for Massillon. High snap, and the Wildcat is Owens. Xavier gets some running room, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Pickup of 7 for Xavier Owens.
He's a good running back, but I don't know if he has the gear. I don't know if he's got that explosive.
Yeah, we haven't seen him turn the shoulders and go. Yeah,
correct. Yeah, but he's a load to tackle. He's patient at the line of scrimmage. Massillon again has him in a Wildcat role right now.
Yep, we're going to go back-to-back Wildcats here with Owens in that backfield. Man in motion, Malone gives it to him. Malone trying to turn the corner, gets the first down, and brought down at about the 47-yard line. So it'll be enough for a Massillon first down. 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 3, just kind of underway here in the second half.
Massillon had a tight end to the right and 2 H-backs to the right. So they had 3 people to try to secure that edge, and they did it well enough to get the first down.
So first down at the 47 for the Tigers. You see the Bulldog logo right there at midfield. That was painted on recently because you can see almost that Hall of Fame logo underneath there that's been washed off. But for this game, that's going to go Bulldog logo right there. There is a rushing play by Owens, and he just pushes the pile about 5 yards that time. Brings up second down and 5.
He's over 100 yards now.
Is he?
The game.
Matty Patterson in at quarterback, and they were out of the shotgun on that play.
So second down now and 5 for Massillon. Our score 14-all. Massillon jumped out to a 14-0 lead. McKinley came back, tied it up. We win at halftime at 14-all. McMullen now in the backfield for the Tigers. Patterson, little pressure, gets out of it, and got bumped out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. So that'll be a loss of 3 yards, I believe.
Massillon tempted to go deep to only 2 receivers in the route because McKinley's playing with 8 players within the 8 yards of the line of scrimmage to load up and try to stop Massillon's run game. Couldn't make a connection and didn't protect the quarterback very well to let him do it.
Officially mark him at the 44-yard line, so it brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. Big play here for both teams. 3rd and 7. Patterson back, throwing deep, and this one's going to be picked off. Intercepted by McClellan, and McClellan tackled at the 15-yard line, and Demir McClellan is kind of playing center field back there, and that one just as good as a punt, really.
And Massillon finally has a turnover.
So the first turnover, you're right, for the Massillon Tigers. So the McKinley Bulldogs now will start their drive at their own 15-yard line.
Guys, I was listening in to the offensive line coach in the huddle that they were having on the sideline, and they were really pleased with some of the things they were doing up front. Felt they were getting the looks that they wanted to, maybe just not executing the plays completely through.
Well, that's a big part of this game. It always has been, is those guys in the trenches. Now we've got a penalty. I think it might have been an illegal substitution or too many men on the field. Substitution.
Coach, there was one thing that the line coach said about the center is that he was advising him not to cross his feet as he's coming back in his trot back and his blocking. Could you explain that?
Absolutely not. We never want our guys to cross their feet. He'd have to explain that to me because I don't understand that. I'm sorry.
Figured I would ask about it.
So it brings up a 1st down and 15 now for the Bulldogs. Here's West, and West gets put down after about a 2-yard gain. Nice job there from the Tigers coming up, making the stop. Number 20, Isaac Maxheimer there from that Mike position for the Tigers. So 2nd down and 13 now for McKinley.
Both teams playing without a free safety. With their safeties are 6 yards from the ball. There's nobody beyond 6 yards off the line of scrimmage for Massillon.
There's a handoff to West, and West gets it to about the 15-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage. Now it's going to bring up that 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10 for McKinley.
Both teams inviting you to throw the ball.
Yeah, they are.
But you got to protect to do it.
Coach, despite that being the case, the one thing they also said in the last huddle was that protection was great. Even though they didn't have a safety back, protection was great. Just no one was open.
Massillon drop back. Thought maybe they would blitz. Here's West. Boy, they didn't need to because the penetration was there. Number 9, number 2, that's that's Williams and Culler in on the tackle. Both linebackers coming up and making the stop.
Did they go backwards on all 3 plays, or
no? They got positive yardage. They had the penalty, then 2 gains of 2 and 3, and that one was a loss of 4. So
another penalty.
This will be McKinley's 2nd punt of the game, both coming here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Massillon's returner standing at the plus 45-yard line.
Mankowski going to punt it away. Oh, that one off the side of his foot. Little shank there. Hits at the 27, but you know what? It takes a nice McKinley bounce, goes out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. So not great, but I think Tommy Mankowski would like to have that one back.
Certainly.
Yeah, only 22 yards.
Ideal field position for Massillon. They had good field position on their first possession of the second half, and they've got even better field position here on the 34-yard line. And I would begin this possession thinking 4 downs to get 10. 4 downs to get 10.
Well, 6:29 to go here in the 3rd quarter. No scoring here in the second half thus far as the Tigers now on offense. Manny Patterson going to give it to McMullen. McMullen gets to about the 31-yard line, and that's about it. Good job there by the Bulldogs coming up and making the stop, number 11. That's Xavier Moore. .609 and counting here. Third quarter from Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium here in Canton, Ohio. It's the 136th meeting between the Bulldogs and the Tigers. There's Owen, Xavier. Tackled inside the 30, about the 29-yard line. So a couple yards there for Owens, and it brings up an all-important 3rd down and 6. And, Coach, like you said, I definitely have to think this is 4-down territory.
With this pace, it's going to take all 4 downs, and that may not be enough.
Patterson clapping his hands, getting his team fired up down there. Now he claps to check the play call from the sidelines. They all look over and get it. Tigers are ready.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 defenders at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing going that time for Owens as coming up and making the play. The Bulldogs bringing the house. Shad Davis was there. And number 30, that is Antonio Stevens. He's a good one, the junior, 5'11", 230. So brings up 4th down and 6 for Massillon.
It's the pivotal play, I think, for Massillon. They need to convert this, and if they don't, they passed up 2 good opportunities with good field position.
Man in motion is Thigpen. Here comes a blitz. Did they get him? They do. Nice job there by the McKinley defense. Isaac Brooks came in. He finished it off. And number 11 again, Xavier Moore was in there as well. So a nice job there by the McKinley defense. Really, with that short field, did a nice job. They started at the 33-yard line. And now they will get it at the 34-yard line after the turnover on downs.
And I agree. You have to give McKinley credit for that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I was thrilled with any of the 4 play selections, but McKinley denied them in all 4 attempts in a decided way, and they take over with better field position than they had.
That was the 4th McKinley sack today too.
Hayden throws, got a man, knocked away. Last minute, great defensive play there from Deontay Malone, and he has been all over the field today. He had DJ Britt maybe a little open early, but Moore came back, or Malone, I should say, came back and did a nice job of recovering.
Right, and the ball was in the air long enough for a defender from the other side to involve himself in the play.
Yeah.
He wasn't responsible for that receiver, but when the ball went in the air,
yeah,
kind of a strange magnet.
Kind of a strange throw though that time from Hayden too. He kind of sidearmed it a little bit. Trent Hayden hands it off West. West a little bit of running room, busts a couple tackles, gets it to the 39-yard line, pick up a 5. But you can almost just sense that Kylan West is about ready to bust one. He just he's a broken tackle away. Brings up 3rd down and 5 now for the Bulldogs.
Keep an eye on number 53 and 59. Both were slow getting up after the whistle. Lyman for McKinley.
2 receivers far side, 1 on the near side for the Bulldogs. 3:34 on the clock. Big 3rd down and 5 for McKinley. Fake the handoff, going to throw, looking, and little tussle there in the middle of the field, and McKinley looking for a flag.
There was some definite jostling going back and forth there. Braylon Gamble might have gotten away with one.
Well, I think, was that Hubbard, I think, was the receiver, or that 20? It
was 20, yeah.
Yeah, Hubbard kind of got tangled up a little bit and could have gone either way. And
There was a
call.
There was a tug, guys. That's what I think people on the McKinley side were upset about. There was a little tug if you looked really closely.
So the Bulldogs forced to punt it away. Good job there by the Massillon defense. They hold. And Mankowski will punt it away. This time he gets a much better kick. High, wobbly kick taken at about the 28-yard line. Fair catch called for and given to number 6. That is Deontay Malone.
So that's 3 straight 3-and-outs for McKinley in this quarter.
3:21 to go here in the third quarter of this 136 meeting between the Pups of McKinley and the Tigers of Massillon.
They played better in the even-numbered quarter in the first half, so maybe they've got it all saved up for quarter number 4. I hope not.
Manny Patterson now with 2 backs in the backfield. Going to turn, hand it off to Owens. Owens got stripped up. Nice defensive play there by Shad Davis. And Shad Davis, we're starting to call his number more and more here in this ball game.
McKinley has more people than Massillon can block because of the alignment of the safeties. It's actually a 5-man front, 6-man front.
Yeah, now they're up to 6. Got Shad Davis kind of creeping up there from that safety position. He's up on the line as well. Could we see a blitz here from McKinley? And there is Owens, and Owens going down at the 31-yard line. Gets about a yard, and that's about it. Coach, are they pretty much content now with putting 6, 7, maybe 8 in the box?
That's what we've seen beginning at some point in the second quarter, but they're unable to run at it, and they tried to get outside it on that, and I don't think that Xavier has enough speed to do that.
Yep. 2 receivers near side now for the Tigers. 1 receiver on the far side. That's Giorgio Jackson, number 21. Patterson gets the snap a little high, throws, man, got it. And that is Thigpen, and Thigpen picks up the first down. They're still trying to get him down, fighting for the football, and they got it at the 47-yard line. So nice job there from the Tigers picking up the first down.
I think McKinley changed during the cadence from being in man coverage to being in zone coverage, which I think is a result of him being as open as he was and getting the gain that he got.
1st and 10 now for the Massillon Tigers. 1:47 on the clock. Again, we're going to go with 3 backs in the backfield, 1 including the quarterback. McMullen and Owens are the backs.
I've noticed that everything is late in the play clock for Massillon this half.
They snap it, and that is McMullen. McMullen picks up a good chunk of yardage there, picks up about 5 on the carry. Anthony McMullen coming into the ball game. He had 96 carries, 454 yards, and 3 touchdowns. What's he adding to that? Another 22, is that right?
Yep, 7 carries, 22 yards.
2nd down and 5. Tigers looking to the sideline for the play call. Back to throw. Good protection. It breaks down. Or I should say he gets around that protection. That is Manny Patterson picking up the first down.
19 of the 21 players on the field were aligned between the hashes, and nobody was any deeper than 6 or 7 yards from the ball. So they've constricted their formations. Only 1 wide receiver at this point.
From the 36, here's a handoff. McMullen takes it to the 30-yard or 31-yard line. So
think he
pick up a 5. Go ahead, Coach.
I think he presents something different as a running back. He's got quicker feet, and I would just guess that if they were in a foot race, he would have better speed than Owens.
Handoff. New back this time. That's number 2. That's Christian Kohler. And Kohler takes it to about, back to the line of scrimmage pretty much.
Yeah, he tried to make a cut and he slipped.
And that's going to do it for the end of the third quarter. No scoring in that third quarter. We go to quarter number 4. It's the Massillon Tigers 14 and the Canton McKinley Bulldogs 14. We'll be back after these timeouts.
At Aultcare, we care about your well-being and the importance of being well. You deserve access to the best in healthcare. With over 16,000 providers in network, Aultcare makes it easy for you to find a local provider you can trust. Our services are focused entirely on you. Aultcare's team of local physicians, nurses, dietitians, pharmacists, and more are available to help you navigate the healthcare system to receive the quality care you deserve. We take your healthcare personally because you matter.
Today's leftovers are tomorrow's hot dog toppings. The leftover dog. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum. We've all had a foot long, but who amongst us has had the courage to attempt a foot high? Stack it high. We Sugardale dog dare you. Yum, 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 yum.
Back here at Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium as we go to quarter number 4. Frank Cilona alongside Hall of Fame coach Tom McDaniels. John Bozeka, our sideline reporter. Bob Jeffries, our statistician. And we are tied at 14 between these two teams. Both teams going into the playoffs. As we take a look at this, McKinley with a win or loss, they're in either way. They clinched the top 4 spots. They will have a first-round bye. And for the Massillon Tigers, they clinch with a top 8 win as well. So they'll both be playing in the playoffs. There's a handoff to Owens, and Owens hitting the backfield, but he squeaks through for about a yard there after the hit. So nice job there by Xavier Owens, the junior, 5'11", 210 pounds.
Number 9 for McKinley, Chris Crook, the cornerback. He's manned up on the only wide receiver that Massillon has, and he has no help. There's no safety help available in his man coverage responsibility. At some point, I would think that Massillon would test that.
There's Owens again, hitting the backfield, but he keeps moving those feet. He's close to the first down.
He didn't get it.
He did not get it on 4th down. So the Bulldogs will take over on down. They will probably make it official here after they take another look at it, but I don't believe Massillon got it.
Yeah, guys, Renzi Parnell came out immediately and pointed his finger the other way as if he was.
Of course he is.
I thought it was interesting, guys. I was, again, talking to some of the assistants down here. They were looking at things offensively, having a discussion with Trent Hayden. Simply said to me they're trying to figure things out on the offensive side of the ball, maybe look for a mismatch. I'm not sure, Coach. What did you normally do in those situations where you were trying to find something to get a leg up in some space in a tie game?
Well, with the way that both teams are playing defensively, that they're overloading the box, you have to challenge their ability to color a wide receiver, and the quarterback has to have enough ability and enough protection time to do it.
There is a running play to West, and West breaking some tackles. He's running hard. Picks up about 4.5, maybe 5. Let's see where they mark him.
He's over 100 yards now.
Yep, that's a pickup of 5 there.
Coach, I wrote that down. You've seen some good rushing performances in your day, right? Adrian Brown did it in 95 and Kitten Mitchell in 94, right?
Yep, no question. Yep.
And Mike Doskid was pretty good.
He was okay.
Well, he was third team or fourth team on the 97 team.
Wow.
You guys realize that, right?
I do. Doss, national champion in high school, national champion in college, and a Super Bowl champ. How about that? There's a long pass going to be tipped away. Double coverage that time on DJ Britt.
Yeah, I think DJ got away. He got away with what would amount to as an offensive hold.
Mm-hmm.
He held the man who was in man coverage responsibility on him from getting to the football. I don't know if the replay will show that, but doesn't matter. They didn't call it. But that's more of what I think both teams should do.
Here it is, Coach. You can see it right there. Yeah, I see right there. He did pull him down. All right, 3rd down and 5. Fake to West. Hayden going to throw, and that one, nobody there. Hayden running for his life that time. Good pressure, but there's a flag down at the 35-yard line. Let's see what that's about.
It's against McKinley.
Yeah, ineligible downfield, I believe. Normally when you have some kind of scramble like that, the linemen start to drift, don't they?
Well, the other thing, I think you need to throw against the two defenses that are overloading the box. But you need to throw the ball quickly because they've got more rushers than you have protectors, too. They outnumber you in the run game, and they're outnumbering you in terms of pass protection. And very few backs pass protect as well as they run the ball. So okay, throw it, but you need to get it out of your hand quickly.
10:18 to go here in the ball game. We're tied at 14. The Bulldogs are going to punt it away. Mankowski gets a leg into it. It hits at the 37. Takes a McKinley roll and going to stop at about the 31-yard line. And it is down there by Desmond Parnell.
John, does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. I was listening into the huddle again down here. I was standing in with the huddle, and the assistant coaches were saying don't start pressing to the kids because there's some frustration growing on the McKinley side of the football.
Yep.
And they were saying don't start pressing, control the controllables.
Yep.
Well, McKinley's had 4 straight 3-and-outs in the second half.
Yeah. How do you guard against that too, Coach? You're talking about young kids starting to press. That's a really tough thing. There's 10 minutes left in the game. That's an eternity. How do you guard against the pressing?
I think that's what the previous 9 games prepared you for.
Tigers. Here is Owens. Face mask going to put him down right there. And
that may also be coach speak that is understood by McKinley players, McKinley coaches that I'm not aware of. I don't ever remember feeling that my team was pressing.
The penalty there going to take it all the way out to the 46-yard line. That's a big one there, 15 yards. Owens at the end of 3 quarters at 110 yards.
McKinley with a 5-man front. 2 inside backers, 2 outside backers.
There is McMullen, and McMullen a couple of yards to about the 50-yard or the 49-yard line, I should say.
Well, if total yards won the game in a tie, but it doesn't.
Well, Massillon's up in total yards.
Yeah. By almost 100, aren't they?
Yeah.
By about 80.
Well, how many consecutive 3-and-outs did you say?
4 for McKinley. They've done nothing in the second half.
Would this be the 4th for Massillon here? If they don't score?
Yes.
Here is McMullen. Tries to get the corner. He does. Got some running room. Got the first down at the 44-yard line. Or is he close? Yep, he got it.
the ref is moving the chains.
Yep.
And it's a fair spot. He was down where they indicate he should have been.
Yep. Thigpen going to come on the near side here at the hash mark. One receiver far side. That is Giorgio Jackson. McMullen, the running back in the backfield. And McMullen gets the handoff. Bounces off a guy, gets it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 8:30 and counting here on the clock. And the Tigers trying to take some time off the clock, get it close, maybe get a touchdown or a field goal.
If either team can get it back past the second level of the defense, he's going to go the whole way.
Again, McMullen, the only back in the backfield this time, with Thigpen here on the near side. Same formation. Here's the same play, actually. And he breaks the containment and down the sidelines and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Holding.
And it's coming back. Boy, that holding came out quick.
Yeah, the guy on the edge trying to set the block. He grabbed the McKinley defender.
So it negates a long touchdown run.
If we can look at that again, I want to take a look and see if that's an off-tackle play that bounces.
Yeah.
Whenever you bounce, there's likely to be an offensive lineman that has to grab a guy who's moving in a direction that he didn't expect him to move.
Yeah.
Which is why we didn't encourage him to bounce it.
Yeah.
There's no help out there. All your help is here at the point of attack.
Ball back to the 49-yard line. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
That's Massillon's first penalty in the second half.
But they've cleaned that up a little bit.
7:54 on the clock. Second down and now 15. Here's McMullen again. Runs in to McKinley player and takes it back to about the 44-yard line, so pick up a 5.
Bob, how many total penalties for Massillon now?
12.
Okay.
12 for Massillon, 7 for McKinley.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track, and I was off by 1. I don't know why I'm doing that. You're sitting right beside me.
We've had a couple,
he'll tell you, Coach.
Lines, so.
Third down.
Yes.
Third down.
He's not withholding information from you. He never has.
Third down and 10.
What's wrong with me?
Third down and 10, and now what?
We're telling someone to leave the field. They're not sure if that was an equipment issue. Number
Richard Harris.
For Massillon,
Richard Harris coming off the field there. Does he have to stay off, or can he? Oh, no, they're going to bring in another guy.
He can come back on.
Yeah. They bring Rivera back.
He has to go buy a new uniform.
My assistant coaches were responsible.
Run down to Dumont's.
For their players being legally dressed.
4 receivers in the pattern now. Third down and 10 for the Tigers. Big defensive play for the McKinley Bulldogs. Pressure's on. And throwing it and knocked away. Incomplete. And a nice job there defensively for the Bulldogs. We've got a Massillon Tiger down. That looks like Big Kevin Elliott, the junior.
They didn't block anybody. There was pressure almost immediately from multiple people.
So they're tending to Elliott. We'll take a break. 6:49 to go here in the ball game. We are tied at 14. We'll be back.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with Drink Clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
From the heart of the Hall of Fame city to the Carnation City, all the way into the City of Champions. Mixed mornings have come back home, and we can't wait to have you on our team.
Sounds like Stark County. Mixed Mornings with Matt Bento. Weekdays 6 till 10. Mix 94.1.
Trying to relax.
Here we go. Back here at McKinley, Thom Benson Stadium. Tigers will punt it away. That is Hains. Hits at the 7, and boy, it took a quick bounce. They were down there ready to down it, but it took a quick bounce.
Yeah, that punt was just too good.
Coach, I could hear you. I could already hear you starting to frustratingly say, "Field the ball."
All right, McKinley now will have it from their own 20-yard line. 6:43 on the clock. We are tied at 14.
Bob, when was the last touchdown we had in this game?
In the second
Late
quarter.
in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it like a 4-minute mark or something like that?
It was at 3:09 in the second quarter, that 10-yard run by Shad Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, McKinley only has 12 yards of offense in the second half.
Well, Hayden out. Going to hand it off. And West takes it to about the 22-yard line. And that's about it.
Jaden Williams on that tackle.
Yeah, he was there for that one. I'll tell you what, he's such a good tackler. You're not getting past him. If he's anywhere within arm reach, forget it. No wonder Indiana, Ohio State, and several others are knocking on his door. Second down now and 8. There's a fake handoff this time. Hayden going to roll. Got to get rid of it. Got hit when he threw it. Looking at Britt over there. But when he got hit, didn't have much on it. So it brings up third down and 8.
Yeah, Hayden has 6 straight incompletions here in the second half.
Tough play call there, too, Coach. You got the long pass to complete.
Again, I'm not being critical, but if faced with this, I would throw slants. I would throw speed outs. I would get the ball out of my hand quickly because we're having trouble protecting.
Man in motion now. Back to throw. There's a screen set up, and boy, was it read perfectly by Christian Culler. And Culler was right there to break it up.
Coach, that's way too slow a developing play, right?
Well, it's a screen, so it's supposed to be slow developing, but I think defenses in that situation are thinking screen. You know, I preferred to run them on first and second down. I think they were more successful than on third down versus an expectation by the defense.
That was a big series there for the Bulldogs. Let's see now where Massillon will get the football with 5:14 to go here in the ball game.
That's a beanbag.
It is. That's a beanbag, but look at this. Taking it all the way for the score is Deontay Malone.
No
We've
yellow.
said his name all day long, and Malone takes it to the house for the score.
I quick looked for laundry and was happy that I didn't see it.
That's a 50-yard punt return for a touchdown by Malone.
Yeah,
wow.
That's not a comment about either team. That was more a comment about the officiating.
I tell you what, we have said his name all day long, and he does not disappoint. Takes that one back for the score.
Guys, blocking on that, just everything parted like the Red Seas. He had so much space once he got past that initial push of gunners getting down there.
Was he touched?
I don't believe so.
I don't think he was. Extra point up, and the extra point is good. So, with 5:05 to go here in the ball game, the Massillon Tigers have taken a 7-point lead. It's Massillon 21, McKinley 14. We'll be back.
Aultman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Aultman is always here for you.
Welcome back here to Thom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium on the campus of Canton McKinley High School and the back door of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Frank Cilona along with Coach Thom McDaniels, John Bozeka, our sideline reporter this afternoon, and Bob Jeffries, our statistician, alongside the entire Claxon communication crew. The Massillon Tigers get on the scoreboard here with 5:05 to go in the ball game. Coach has that Freshmark Sugardale scoring recap.
Yes, Massillon scores explosively, and one of the things we talked about in pregame was whether or not a team could have an explosive play in the kicking game. This is it, a 50-yard punt return for a touchdown by Deontay Malone. Extra point by Herrera is good, and Massillon leads now 21-14 over McKinley with 5:05 left in the fourth quarter.
Bob, is that the longest play in the game?
Let me see. I believe so. We had a 39-yard pass to Jackson in the first quarter. Yeah.
Kickoff taken right at the goal line almost by Hill. And Darius Hill has some running room. Might have a little bit of a seam there, but it closed quickly on him. And a good defensive play there by the Tigers coming up and making the stop there on the kickoff was Braylon Gamble. And Darius Hill, a little excitement there.
31 or 32-yard return. Bob can tell us for sure in a minute.
That was taken right at the goal line, so yeah, out to the 33.
And I think he was just looking for seams. I don't know that he had people blocking intentionally, for him to make that happen. That was just a great return.
4:55 on the clock remaining here in the ball game. Tigers need to hold, and the Bulldogs need to score. Here's West. Breaking a couple tackles, gets it to the 41-yard line. What a run that time by Kylan West.
See, he demonstrates the kind of speed that if he can get past it, they're not catching him.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he's had the longest play from the scrimmage, that 45-yard touchdown run.
So second down now and 2 for the Bulldogs. Here's West again, gets the first down, or does he? He was real close. I think they're going to give it to him. Yep, they do.
Yeah, Massillon not loading up the line of scrimmage like they were with a lead. They've got a free safety. They got a goalie. And they're playing with a more standard front at this particular time.
First McKinley first down here in the second half.
Bulldogs now with a 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Three backs in the backfield. There's a pitch. Not much there. There's a flag goes down as well. And that was number 20 for McKinley. Is that Hubbard? Or is that 28? It's hard to see that number. I think it's 28 again. That was
it's 20.
Is it 20? Okay.
Yeah.
Hubbard.
Coach, I know you've talked about this, about wanting to hit slants, maybe a quick out, something like that. That, again, a fake to an option. That's another slow developing play. McKinley needs to try to get something quicker going, don't they?
Well, see, it's the first time I've seen it, too. And if you do it a lot, you do it well. But it didn't look like a play that they do a lot, because the quarterback from the gun should be attacking downhill at the guy that you're going to read, the unblacked guy. And he was basically running laterally with the back running laterally 5 yards away from him. So it didn't look like it was well executed or that they had practiced it often.
Oh, there is a pass incomplete. Bulldog fans looking for a flag. Nothing there. But with the penalty there, that was 1st and 20 for McKinley.
Pretty sure Britt fell down there, guys.
Yeah, he just slipped. Yeah. 3:35, time running out for McKinley. They need to do something here. 2nd down and 20.
If I'm Massillon, I'm not playing man coverage on anybody that McKinley has because they're fast.
Yeah.
I'm playing loose coverage, and if they want to throw hitches and slants down the field, let them. But we got the corner pressed up top and the corner playing off coverage down below right now.
Back to throw, Hayden. Looking, protection is starting to drop, and that one he's going to throw it out of bounds.
Guys, Coach Moore, I think, is asking about grounding potentially over there. I don't know that anyone was really in that vicinity. I mean, there was a receiver maybe 10, 12 yards away, but he kind of threw that to a spot of nowhere.
Yeah, I think you're right, John. There was nobody around there.
Yeah, the throw was past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That part's...
3rd down now and 20 for McKinley. Need a big play here.
That ruling, though, over the years has has become confusing to me over the years, like many calls.
Yeah, I just saw the replay, John. There was no one within maybe 20, 25 yards of that.
Yeah. The Massillon playing soft coverage with this 3rd and 20 situation, and they should be.
West goes out, makes it a trip on the other side. Now he gets the reception. He's got a little bit of running room in the open field, takes it across midfield, and just short.
Flag.
Uh-oh, we've got a flag.
It's coming back.
Yep.
Coach, was that kind of what you were talking about there, though? Get the ball to a playmaker and just let him make a play?
That was that bubble screen,
yeah.
Where we've got 2 wide receivers blocking for a 3rd, and they did a pretty good job blocking, and he was elusive after the catch. So that's not exactly what I was talking about. But it was a throw that, I mean, minus the penalty, they gained 19 on it. So it was a good call.
They're going to march them back, repeat 3rd down.
Guys, famously in 2005, Massillon in a state semifinal converted a 3rd and 30 to keep the game alive. 3rd and what about that here?
About 25, I think.
Yep. Back to throw. Hayden. Screen to the receiver and not anything there as Massillon closed on it quickly. Number 94, Joe Carter, was out there. And Carter is he's been all over the field today. He's had a great game.
You don't have many answers for 3rd down and 25. And that's all of us. Me, Nick Saban, Bill Belichick. You don't have many answers for that down and distance situation. Now it's 4th down with 27 to go. So
it's a ball game here.
I want to welcome all of our listeners this afternoon on our YouTube broadcast. Thank you to our sponsor, Aultman Health Systems and Aultcare. And we've got a timeout, McKinley, with 2:23 to go here in the ball game. We'll take it with them. Timeout on the field, 21-14, Massillon.
A strong community brings people together and lifts them through all of life's challenges. At Friends and Family Credit Union, we believe a dependable financial resource is crucial for a strong community. That's why, in addition to our financial services, we support our neighbors whenever we can. Giving back to our community, we strive to be a part of the growth and success of our institutions, organizations, and neighbors. Because when they succeed, we succeed.
Does your fast-paced family need internet that can keep up? Accelerate Fiber from MCTV has you covered with the speeds and reliability to match your lifestyle. With speeds up to 1 gigabit, Accelerate Fiber lets everyone in your home stream, game, video chat, and work all at the same time. Connect with MCTV's Accelerate Fiber technology for the speed and dependability your family deserves. Upgrade today.
Visit mctvohio.com or call today.
After the timeout, 2:23 to go here in this ball game, and the Massillon Tigers trying to stop this 4th down. It's 4th and 27 for McKinley, and I mean, there's no other choice, guys. You got to go for it here.
Yeah, I think I'm counting 5 defensive backs on the field for Massillon right now. All of them in soft coverage. Two linebackers and 4 rushers.
Hayden going to let it fly. Throws it up. It's intercepted and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Intercepted by Braylon Gamble. And Massillon will have the football with 2:15 on the clock. McKinley now, remember, they only have one timeout.
When you have to throw the ball deep in that situation, that's more likely to happen than a reception by the offense.
So the Bulldogs with 2:15 on the clock, one timeout. And Massillon is trying to make some forward progress here and get a first down and put this one away.
The clock starts on the snap.
Handoff, McMullen. McMullen
Running
almost
hard.
broke it.
Running hard.
Anthony McMullen. Love the way this kid runs. He's a senior. 5'11", 195 pounds. Can't miss him. He's got them bright orange shoes on.
McKinley takes their last time out, I believe.
Yeah, 2:02 on the clock. And a first down probably will do it because with no timeouts, Massillon can milk it down. We were here. I went to look down at the play clock, and we were here earlier in the season, and the referee stopped the game. You remember this, Bob? I don't know if you were here for this, but he stopped the game and asked. There was a guy with a camera. He goes, "Would the cameraman move away from the play clock?"
I wasn't here, but I was watching the game. That was that game against the New Jersey team.
Yeah,
and he was blocking the.
Well, I looked down, and there's a guy standing in front of the play clock.
It's not John, is it?
No. A million places to stand, and he stands right in front of the play clock.
If Massillon gets the first down, they can take a knee.
Yep.
And,
so,
they can take two plays to get a first down.
Second down and 3 right here. McMullen. He's got the first down and more, and that could have sealed it right there for the Massillon Tigers. And the Massillon faithful are starting to feel it on the other side of the field.
40 seconds off of the 158 gets you down to 118.
Yep.
Do the math. You guys are better than that than I am.
Now let Bob do it.
That was ball game.
That was it.
If they just don't mess up 99, right?
That's right. You can't mess up 99. Play 99. I learned that about 3 years ago. Coach says 99 is when you take a knee in victory formation. And
well, that was our name for it. You know, everybody's probably
I'm
got
sure.
their own name for it. But that defined the formation, told everybody what to do.
So the clock is winding down 2-1, and they snap it. McMullen. And McMullen, there's a flag. That's going to stop the clock. Get about 4 yards on the carry.
Holding?
Yeah. My goodness.
They called a run play.
Yeah.
They called a run play, and an offensive lineman was going to lose leverage on his guy, and so he reached out and grabbed him. And
stick around at the end of the ball game. We'll try to catch up with Nate Moore and John Bozeka down there on the field. We'll see if we can get some comments from Coach Moore. We're also we'll give you our MCTV replay, key play of the game, and also our Old Carolina Barbecue player of the game.
80 seconds is almost as long as 122, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can take a knee.
Yeah, just take a knee.
Yes.
I think
they're in it now.
They're in it now.
Yep.
Absolutely. Clock at 7, the play clock, 5, 4, 3, and then they are going to call timeout. So Nate Moore decides to use his final timeout. Final instructions now for his team.
Guys, I was looking at this right now. You know, Massillon, Bob, you can help me with this for a second. Xavier Owens scored 2 touchdowns today, correct?
Yes.
Xavier Owens, a junior, scored 2 touchdowns. Deontay Malone, a junior, scored the 3rd touchdown. All underclassmen getting it done today for the Tigers in this game.
Yep. It's a great point, John.
They got a lot of juniors on their team.
Well, you look at that offensive line. You've got Garner's a junior. Elliott's a junior. Floyd's a junior.
Manny Patterson's a junior.
Yeah.
The backup quarterback's a sophomore.
Their kicker's a junior. Hains is a junior. Yeah.
I was going to say, though, McKinley's running back, Kylan West, who scored, he's a sophomore.
Yep.
I don't know, is Shad Davis a senior?
Shad Davis, junior.
Junior.
Yeah.
So both of McKinley scores underclassmen.
Yeah.
Bright future for both teams. Obviously, Massillon going to be a lot happier at the end of the day. But
Sure is.
You love winning this game with young teams.
55 seconds remain. They do take a knee this time, and the Massillon Tigers, one more kneel down.
Yeah, they're going to have to take one more.
And that'll do it. So they set the ball down. And again, John will try to catch up with Coach Nate Moore.
Yeah, I think Kenny and I are going to.
You gonna double team him?
Yep.
All right. There is a.
He's a big guy. He's
snap.
a big guy. He might be able to get past both
There you
of
go.
us.
There you go. So the Massillon Tigers with the final kneel down. They're going to win this one today.
I don't think there's going to be a handshake, guys.
Well, after what's happened.
McKinney's going to the locker room.
In several years, that last couple times, it's been
maybe
it's been a disaster. So
they reached an agreement pregame.
Yep.
Guessing.
That's okay. They will send the Tigers or the Bulldogs to their locker room, and the Tigers are down in the east end zone. They're celebrating with their team. The captains are coming out to shake hands. The coaches are shaking hands, and that's how they're going to do it this year. So
that's
nice sign of sportsmanship there.
That's a very sensible solution to that problem.
Yep.
You're preventing it. It's excellent.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on John down there and see if we can catch up with Coach Moore. I know Kenny's down there, and John's right beside him. So if we can, we'll get the camera on those guys and the audio. Sometimes Nate likes to talk to the team here before.
I would say I think they're going to celebrate a little bit first, guys.
Yeah, that's all right, John. Just keep up with him. When you get him, just holler at us. We'll talk up here for a few minutes. And
we might try to get a player, too, if we can. I would like to try to maybe get a player to speak after the game as well.
Sure. Absolutely. See if we can get, Savior or Anthony McMullen or any of those guys. They've all had impressive afternoon today. McKinley has gone into the locker room. Tigers celebrating with their fans and their band in the northeast end zone area. Tigers, a winner again. This is 10 years in a row now.
It's a new record, guys.
For the Massillon Tigers. And, Coach, I know that, again, you've played in this or coached in this and have broadcasted it a few times now. And I know it never gets out of your system, but your thoughts, right after this one.
I mourned the losses way longer than I celebrated the wins, which was probably the wrong thing to do. So I don't advise anybody to do that. But this game means so much to each of the communities. It's difficult and in spite of whatever happens in the playoffs, they're never going to feel like the season is complete because of the loss to this team.
Sure. Well, and I know right now the Bulldogs and the Bulldog fans, and they don't want to hear it, but you're still in the playoffs, and you've got an opportunity to do that, and a lot of schools don't. And this year they cut it back by 4 schools in each division. So, you still have that opportunity. You're in the playoffs, and you can make some noise there.
Well, Rennie did a great job all season long of managing their success.
Yeah.
And only one failure before today. And I'm confident that he'll do a great job of managing, their failure today in this game, heading into the playoffs. He's demonstrated to me that he's capable of that, and so let's hope that that's what happens for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'm looking down here on the field, and Coach Moore got his team. They're all down on one knee there. You can see it from our camera. There's his son Eli, number 8.
Yep.
And
I pretty much chose the players that the media got to talk to. I was reluctant to let them pick who they were going to interview for reasons that I can tell you off air.
Yeah. Not sure if, John, if you can get a mic in there, maybe we can see what or hear what's going on down there.
Yeah, I think they're presenting for the Great American Rival Series. I think they're presenting Savior with his medal and his
there he is on screen,
player of the game. Thanks to George Bozeka for the great camera work, by the way.
Yeah, George had to step in today and pinch hit for us.
We pressed him into work. He didn't know he was going to be a cameraman.
Savior giving a little speech after his award.
Happy, saying "Go Tigers" and thanking his offensive line, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Nate Moore's got a big smile on his face ear to ear, guys.
All right, John, we're gonna let them celebrate a little. It looks like maybe Coach Moore might be available. Is that what you're thinking there, John?
Well, give it a second here. Yeah,
okay, we're gonna start with some numbers, and if you catch up with Coach Moore, just interrupt us. All right?
Yeah, will do.
All righty, Coach, you've got the numbers.
Final stats for the game: Massillon 21, McKinley 14. Massillon concluded with 179 yards rushing. McKinley 117. Massillon had 101 yards passing. McKinley 58. 280 total yards for the Bulldogs. 175 for the Tigers. 16 first downs for the Tigers. 9 for the Bulldogs. Massillon dominated.
Hey guys, we got Nate Moore down here.
All righty, Go ahead, John. Sorry, Coach.
Go.
A very close game, hard fought. The special teams, how much did you guys work on that and think about maybe that would decide this one?
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Special teams came out and won that game in the second half with the big punt return, and after special teams starting off slow to start the year, showed up big in the biggest game. Could be prouder of all those guys on that punt return team, and including Deontay Maloney brought it back.
Owens, not knowing if Xavier was going to play today, missed the last 2. He suits up and provides the spark offensively for you guys. What can you say?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, first of all, you got to give a lot of credit to our opponent out there, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. It was a great game. Could have gone either way there at the end. But yeah, I mean, we had a lot of guys play really well and play their tails off, play very physical. Ball game, our offensive line, very physical up front against a great physical front seven for the Bulldogs, and all of our running backs ran hard. And I haven't seen any of the statistics, but we had a bunch of carries, and I think we had some yards out there too, a couple touchdowns. So, and we got the win. So happy for that.
Coach, the effort of the defense today, 14 points allowed at halftime. You hold it there in the second half. Speak to what that side of the ball did in the second half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, defense pitched a shutout here in the second half, and I'm super proud of Coach Canton and his unit, and a bunch of turnovers out there today that they produced, and tackled well for the most part, and really happy with those guys.
Take us through what you saw on the punt return, on Deontay's punt return.
Feeling the punt, and then we got that first block to spring him, and we had a great shield. I think it was Gamble, but I'm not sure. Where instead of possibly getting a penalty, just cut the guy off and shield, because there's flags all over the place out there tonight, and so. And then Deontay just finished the run. There ended up being a lot of space out there, and there was bodies on bodies, and we had him blocked up well enough, and he was able to squirt through for the touchdown.
Coach, underclassmen making the play that they did, Xavier scoring twice, Deontay scoring. What does that say about that underclass group and just the pride that they play with?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a really, really talented junior group. But this is a team game, and, we're really proud of our senior class, to finish this rivalry series out the way that they did. They had a lot of help along the way, and the junior class did a lot to propel this team forward.
Coach, why do you think you've been so dominant in this series now? That's 10 of 11, 10 straight in the greatest rivalry in high school sports.
I mean, I don't know that I would call it dominant. I mean, there's been a lot of games just like this that could have gone either way. And, in games like this, you come out here and you swing as hard as you can, and you hope that, you have enough things go your way, because the football's a funny game, and sometimes the ball bounces one way, sometimes it bounces the other way, and there's a lot of variables out there. So we just try to prepare as hard as we can, the best we can, to come out and play a good, hard-fought, clean ball game. Didn't always look like it at times today, but I guess it was clean enough.
Coach, I saw you joking with the team afterwards, saying that you heard something. Is there any sweeter sound than hearing that bell after this game?
Yeah, the bells. I mean, it's pretty special. It's pretty special to have a traveling trophy like that, right? With that amount of history, just adds to this game and how important it is and whatnot. And so, it's a cool moment for the guys. And the bell's important to them, and they wanted to go get it.
Can you talk about Xavier's availability coming in today? Was there much doubt he was going to play, or with the injury and the different things?
I mean, there's always you don't know how it's going to go once you get out there. But no, we felt pretty strongly about him playing in this game today, and just you don't know how it's going to go once you get out there, and but Xavier's a warrior, man, and he gave everything he had out there today. That's for sure. Great
sportsmanship, but at the end of the game there, you had the captains and the coaches shaking hands. Whose idea was that, and what'd you think of that?
It turned out fine, but we're happy to win the game. We're super happy to win this game and to be a part of this rivalry. And however it ends, as long as it ends clean, that's all right with me.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Nate Moore, guys, winner of the game afterwards, and Tigers 10 in a row, as we had said. The last time 9 in a row was 67 to 57 to 65, and just for the Tigers to do this again and just have this string of kind of dominance like this, just pretty amazing what they've been able to do. So Tigers win, and they improve to 7-3 and head to the playoffs.
All right, John, thank you so much. Great job today. We appreciate it, and thank you to Coach Moore for spending some time with us here in the postgame. And Coach, I'm going to let you handle our numbers for this afternoon.
Yeah, two more categories in terms of team stats. McKinley finished with 3 turnovers, Massillon 1, which was a decider in the outcome. Massillon had 13 penalties for 110 yards. Coach just referenced that. And McKinley had 9 penalties for 75 yards. Individually, for McKinley first, Trent Hayden, 8 of 19 for 58 yards, 2 interceptions. Keelan West had a good day, 19 rushes, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Shad Davis, 1 rush, 10 yards, and a touchdown. DJ Britt, Darius Hill. DJ with 3 catches for 29 yards. Darius, 2 catches, 31 yards. For Massillon, Manny Patterson was 6 of 10 for 101 yards and 1 interception. Xavier Owens, 20 rushes for 114 yards, 2 TDs. Anthony McMullen, who gave them a spurt and some energy late in the game, 14 rushes for 60 yards, no TDs. Jadis Thigpen, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the first name, 2 catches, 38 yards. Deontay Malone, 2 catches for 31 yards.
Guys, I might be able to get, Coach. I might be able to get Deontay Malone down here. We're just waiting. He's finishing up. Kenny and I might be able to get an interview with him. So.
Go ahead, John. Jump in there. We'll let you slip in there.
Yeah, just waiting for a second here. He's finishing up a prior interview, and then I think Kenny and I are both going to get him here. So we'll hop in here with Deontay Malone.
Alrighty.
We take care of business here on the postgame. Deontay Malone joining us, the game-winning touchdown in the rivalry game against McKinley. First of all, when you hear that, what's that mean to you?
It just feels great, man. There's no better feeling. I pray to God every day, and He just gave me my chance and let me shine. So I praise God and my coaches for preparing me the right way.
All right, take us through that play, though, okay? Because the defense is balling out, right, forcing a punt. You're back there. Take us through as the ball's in the air, and then you end up in the end zone.
Yes, sir. I just seen open field. They punted deep. And I seen that we had some great blocks. We knew we had some blocks. We just needed one more block to that left side because we seen it all along. And soon we had it, we got it, and I hit the hole immediately due to my good blocks.
Deontay, a pair of underclassmen, not just you, but also Xavier having a big game, a junior, Manuel having a big game, a junior. What is it about this junior class, Deontay?
It's just the connection, man. We all brothers, man. We know how we got each other backs, and as soon as we get down on our head, we pick each other up and just keep going, move on to the next play, because the last play don't got nothing to do with the next one.
What did it – oh, go ahead.
What were the challenges that McKinley presented this year that might have been more difficult about a McKinley team than in recent years?
Their defense was pretty good. Their defense held us down to the end, to the punt return, and I say they did a pretty good job preparing and gave us the dogfight. It was just what we needed to lead on to the playoffs.
Guys, to have Xavier come in here and play this game after missing the last two and play, in some pain. What was there ever a doubt that he was going to play in this game with you guys?
Absolutely not, man. We knew what type of dog we got in him, and we knew how he can go, how he can run, and we just put all our trust in because, like I said, we all just trust each other and know what we can do and what our ability to do.
Deontay, 10 in a row against McKinley. I see the smile immediately. How does that sound?
It just feels amazing, man. Especially us being a 10 in a row, it just no better feeling.
Deontay, thanks. I'll let you take it with Steve here. All right, guys, Deontay Malone after the game, big play of the game with the punt return, and that'll officially do it from the sideline. Back to you guys.
Thanks, all right, guys. John, thank you so much, and we want to thank Josh Weir and Steve Georgechek for stepping in and helping us out with interviews here after the ball game as well. Great work, John Bozeka. Thank you to you and your dad, George, for running the camera down there. We appreciate that. And, guys, we've got a few things here that we want to wrap this up with, and we first of all want to do our key play replay brought to you by MCTV. We go the extra mile, and our key play replay this afternoon, well, that was the guy right there that we were talking to. It's a 50-yard punt return for the touchdown, Deontay Malone. As you can see it right here, the punt, and Malone took it right at midfield, saw the opening, got a good block.
He has a key block by number 5.
Yep, and
it's the only one he needed.
Took it in for the score. So congratulations to Deontay Malone, is the key play replay from MCTV. And, guys, I don't think there's much doubt here to who our player of the game is, and we've all agreed it is going to be Xavier Owens. He had 20 rushes today, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And coming back from injury, that is our Old Carolina Barbecue player of the game. So congratulations to Xavier Owens. And go ahead, Thom.
Does this give Massillon a bye?
Because
if it does, that gives Xavier
it gives him an extra week.
Chance to heal up.
It does.
Yeah, with the win,
get a lot of points.
Yeah, with the win, they'll move up to number 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's for that young man, who gets to extend his senior season to another game, an 11th game at some point in time.
Yeah.
But it gives him a chance to heal completely, and that good for him.
Well, and just on the other side of that too, McKinley, even with the loss, they move up. They move to number 3. They stay at 3. So with a win, they would have gone to number 1. With the loss, they'll drop to number 3. So they'll still get that bye as well.
Okay.
So congratulations, both teams, for really making the playoffs. And we've got a lot of football left here on WHBC. And make sure you tune in to 1480 for more information on our playoff run and who we're going to cover each week and things like that. But want to kind of go around the table here. Bobby, we'll start with you. Final thoughts.
Just an incredible Massillon defensive performance in that second half. They held McKinley to only 23 total yards. I mean, that second quarter, they got kind of shaky there, giving up the 2 McKinley touchdowns, but they shut it down. in the second half. And McKinley's defense, too, also excellent job. Is just one punt return was the difference in today's game.
Yeah. Coach?
I agree completely. If we don't get the punt return, we're looking at overtime.
Yeah.
Because neither team moved the ball as well as they did in the first half. Maybe Massillon did.
They only had 91 yards in the second half.
But they didn't demonstrate that they could take the ball down the field either, over a long period of time or with a home run.
Mm-hmm.
The Massillon's defense the second half was impressive.
Yeah.
And McKinley didn't have answers for it.
Well, I agree with all those thoughts, and congratulations to the Massillon Tigers, a winner today, 21-14 over the McKinley Bulldogs in the greatest rivalry of high school football here in the United States. In my opinion, I think this is one of the best in the country, if not the best, and it lived up to it today. The Massillon Tigers are a winner. They improved to 7-3. McKinley falls to 8-2. We've got a lot of folks we want to thank. First of all, for our Claxon Communications crew, our production assistant today was Andrew Hughes. Our camera operators, Logan McPeek, was up here in the booth with us. George Bozeka, he had to pinch hit for us, and he was down on the field with John. Our video producer, the best in the business, Casey Claxon. Our on-site engineer was Rich Nemec. And our sideline reporter this afternoon, John Bozeka, doing a great job for us down on the field. Our stat guy, Bob Jeffries, and my partner, the Hall of Famer, Coach Thom McDaniels. This is our last broadcast of the YouTube season here in high school football. So want to thank all of you for a great job. And our final score, once again, I'll give it to you. It was the Massillon Tigers 21, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs 14. Frank Cilona saying have a great afternoon, everybody.
Yep, thanks for listening.
Thank you for joining us for the 2025 Aultman Healthcare Systems Aultcare YouTube Game of the Week. Be sure to subscribe to the 1480 WHBC YouTube channel now.